Mhm. What's up with you? What's up with you, yo? Oh, what's up with you, yo? What's up with you? What's up with you, man? We got congressman. Oh man, let me just. What's up with you, man? We got the elections and all of that stuff, man. Amir Hassan, we did something on him about a week ago. He lost. He was Trump back, but he lost. Right here. Yeah, pull on up, man. Pull on up, man. It's early morning. Let's get into this, man. Sooner the better. This is an interesting situation right here. Representative Chuck Edwards gave staffers gifts and made romantic advances. That's what the unwanted romantic advances. Interesting. It says right here private dinner invites, Broadway tickets, discussions about strip clubs. These was just some of the episodes detailed by the House Ethics Committee on Monday. In its report on North Carolina, Representative Chuck Edwards, who has been under scrutiny for weeks in reports of inappropriate relationships with congressional staffers. A panel's report, which found Edwards was oblivious to, if not outright dismissive of, his conduct and its impact on his staff. It's just the latest episode in what's been a month long ethics reckoning in Congress that has forced lawmakers to confront the behavior of their colleagues. The Ethics Committee concluded that the North Carolina Republican engaged in a persistent, unprofessional, and inappropriate conduct towards two young female staffers. While Edwards denied to the panel that he was making romantic or sexual advances with his behaviors, investigators said any reasonable observer would make such a conclusion. According to the Ethics Committee, Edwards had an inappropriate and unwanted relationship with at least two female staffers, including one who was 19 years old when she first met the congressman. Investigators found Edwards, they used lavish, expensive gifts to the staffers, including designer purses. Now, look, check this out. I'm reading the story. Unwanted relationship. Did they accept it? No, no, I'm not saying that if you accept the purse, the person has some right to harass you. I didn't say that. But it's interesting because I don't see what they say. They say purses and shoes and vacation In one instant, Edwards reportedly paid for one staff member and her friend to travel to New York City and brought her tickets to the Broadway play Hamilton after the staffer went through a breakup. Well, okay, just hold it right there. Why accept the offer? If it's coming from a guy you work for, if you're on Congress, you're a congressional staffer, if it's coming from a congressman, if it's them saying, "Hey, I want you to travel up here to New York, and I want you to see Hamilton, I want you to go to New Orleans with me," why accept it? No, no, but forget that. Okay. Edwards on several occasions invited female staffers to private dinners and sent them text messages late in the evening following a White House holiday party. The Ethics Committee said the lawmaker attempted to pressure a staffer to continue her evening with him and insisted that she travel to and from the event in his car. On another occasion, Edwards arranged for a singer to go to a staffer's birthday party and sing a Ed Sheeran song, saying it was from a special someone. The staffer later told a friend that she was scared low key by Edwards' behavior. The Ethics Committee also found Edwards made unprofessional comments about the two female staffers in his congressional office, saying they looked pretty and breathtaking. Wow. Red, Edwards reportedly reported conduct continued after the staffers stopped working for him. Both told the ethics panels they left because of the congressman's behavior. One of the former staffers met Edwards in Vegas in November. He paid for both flights, two-room at the Bellagio resort, and a concert, according to ethics report. The staffer received a bouquet of flowers and a note from Edwards after she arrived, and later communicated to the congressman that she was uncomfortable by the contents of his message. Edwards replied, that nothing was meant by it. The ethics panels did not publish the contents of that message. Now, and it goes on and on and on. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, it goes on and on and on. Now, I'm gonna say this again, right? And that's fine. Look, he's I believe this morning he stepped down. I think he was up for reelection. He's not going to go in for reelection, be it right. Now it says Edwards repeatedly denied that he had exhibited any romantic or sexual intent with his behavior. He told the panel he wrote he wrote the sexual harassment policy while in the corporate world, and that he lived a very cautious life. The committee, however, opined that Edwards was at a minimum blind to the uncomfortable work environment he created for his staffers, and at worst, dismissive of the impact his inappropriate conduct had on careers and well being of the two women on staff. Now, I'm going to say this again. Pull on up, man. I'm going to say this. I got to say this. One of the staffers met Edwards in Vegas. He booked a flight. He paid for her flight. He paid for two rooms at a resort. He left flowers and a note. I don't know what the note said, but okay, listen, listen to what I'm saying. I the Apparently these two women were the women who dropped the dime on this dude, got this guy put in this situation. Okay, understood. But people are just ignoring. Why accept the flights? I'm not saying. I'm gonna say this again. Accepting the flight don't mean it opens you up for harassment. I didn't say that. I'm just interested. Why would I? If I say, hey, I want to go to Florida, I'm talking to someone, young lady, beautiful young lady. Hey, you want to come with me to Florida? I mean, come on, man. Are you gonna say she don't know what I'm hinting at? Hey, we're gonna be together, we're gonna spend the weekend in Florida. You interested? Yeah, I want to go to Florida. I want to go. Come on. I'm so can me paying for the tickets. I'm paying for the room, the food. Um, You want 2 rooms, or you want to share a room? Oh, I can share the room. And so that's what I'm saying. But that's fine. No, that's fine. It's the world we live in. That's absolutely fine. Like I said, that doesn't green light any violation. I'm just simply saying, okay, this guy, he's already been censored. He's not going to run for reelection. Okay, he's 65. One of the women was 19. I think that drove a lot of this. Gifts and purses and phones and they said, from what it's saying, they accepted that stuff. That from what it's saying, they accepted it. But when he would say little comments, they didn't like that. Now, and that's okay. Now that's on him. That is absolutely on him, bridging that territory. Now he said he went up to both of them. He said this, and he said it to the office. We can all have our boundaries. Now, no, I'm reading the report. He said publicly, and he said individually, we can all have our boundaries. We're just here to work and get along. If I say something to do something, please let me know. That's what he told them. That's what he said it. Said it up front. Said it to all of the people working for him. 65-year-old man, a 65-year-old man who still got blood in his veins, a 65-year-old man who's a elected official, takes a fancy to some of the female staffers, and like I just said, I didn't say that was okay, showers them with gifts, now he can't run for re-election. I just think, to me, I mean, I don't know, man. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm just out of touch. He emphasized, and that's what they got on him about. Doing an investigation, they had a group discussion. He said, I never at one point said anything explicit sexually, and I never put my hands anywhere close to them. And they said, okay. And they acknowledged that. But then they went into inappropriate behavior. But yeah, he didn't put his hands on them. He didn't do any of that. Here it is right here. Edwards, speaking to the House Ethics Committee, repeatedly denied that he had exhibited any romantic or sexual intent. The House Ethics Committee has recommended censure for his conduct, but stopped short of suggesting he be expelled from the chamber. Now, just so for some clarity, he was not found guilty or anything of sexual harassment. He was what they consider an ethics violation, inappropriate conduct. They didn't say that it broached that policy. They said that the censor was going to be for the gifts, the trips, and the unwanted, the flower, that stuff. And I'm just thinking, I'm saying, man, this man's 65 years old. He's in the twilight of his life. He sees a beautiful woman. Maybe she's 19, maybe she's 22. He offers her his resources. Now we're not talking about on Capitol Hill. Okay, we're not talking about on Capitol Hill. We're talking about in the real world. In the real world, that's a very real thing, and it's called a sugar daddy. It's called a sugar daddy. He's sugaring the women. Now, listen, there are men who pay a lot to do that. A lot. So don't hit me with this. This is some weird, creepy man. Man, you know what, bro? This whole thing, this dating thing, this relationship thing, it is just banana. Isn't that isn't that what Young Miami's been singing about? Now, just popped in my head right now. Isn't that what Young Miami, the rapper, isn't that what the big song, Spin That? Spin That, isn't that her hit? Isn't that the Young Miami hit? Spin that, right? Right? Now, me, that ain't my thing. This right here, that ain't my thing, but I'm not blind to the fact he's a 65-year-old man. And obviously he wanted to impress some young staffers. He treaded the line, or what he felt was the line was too close, and when they took a review at it, because the women complained. When they took a second look, they said, no, man, you went too far. And now he's going to have to step down. Now his wife knows about it. Now the other members know about it. And, he's going to have to work to some kind of way to repair his image to some degree. But it's interesting to me, very interesting that, man, I'm sorry. You know what, bro? I don't call me what you want to. I think that he should have stopped. I think if they see, this is the thing that you don't know. You don't know, and I don't know. Hey, you don't know when they complain. Did they complain after the trips? Did they complain together after all of this money and all of these things? What happened? So, and it doesn't really, you got to read more in the report. I think it's like a 60-page report. I've only read maybe a page or two. And this is sad to me, though, because I'm looking at a 65-year-old man, 65-year-old man in the twilight of his life. He's a congressman. Come on, man. Let's stop playing games. That's an accomplishment, not for you. It is not an achievement for you to be a congressman or a senator. It's not. But it is for him. And in all honesty, as a man, he started feeling himself. From a man's point, you talking about a man to man? Yeah, bro, you start feeling yourself. You start feeling yourself. You saw some very attractive women. You made a play out of them, and right there, no, because we don't let anybody off the hook over here. You made a play out of them, and I would have told him, hey, man, don't do that. He would have said, what? I said, bro, don't do that one. Do not do that. Man, you work there. You can't be, no. I don't care who they are. No, sir. No. That's too close to home. And it's the old saying, you don't shit where you eat. Now, I'm saying it in the sense that there are men out there who are sugar daddies. And they look for sugar babies. So we can't be that naive. Now, his issue was where. It really wasn't what. What he was doing really wasn't the problem. It was where he was doing it. So in that regard, it is his fault. It is his fault because you can't do that, man. Now, I don't know. He's 65. Who knows his life? I don't know. You know his life? You don't know if he learned that from some stuff. You don't know. I mean, but they didn't. I mean, he didn't read the room. Clearly, those women didn't want his advancements. So he didn't read the room. And there's a price to pay for that, man. Also, there's a price to pay for being thirsty, man. A lot of you guys, you miss your moment. You either get a divorce, you miss your moment, you miss your opportunity, and you finally get a little money, or you finally get in some type of stable place in your life. You finally get into some type of stable place in your life. And then you start making bad decisions. And this is a situation right here where he is going to pay immensely for this. Because like I said, I mean, this stuff has an effect on you. Like the stream, brother. Like the spring. How you doing, Skylar? Hold up. He said, if you support the freak, you're an asshole. The congressman? Well, let me say this to you, because this is what's wrong with these spaces. His congressional friends and colleagues recommended that he not run for reelection. So who supports him? And once again, you leave off the fact that those gifts were received. Of course, you're going to leave that off, though, right? Of course, you're going to leave it off. And this was once again, this was a congressperson. This was a Republican. Let's not forget that. This was a Republican. He was spending the money, man. You know, he was giving them bread, and he said he said he never offered, he never requested anything intimate from them. That's what he said. Now, if he didn't do it, and obviously he didn't do, because it didn't violate the sexual harassment policy. He didn't violate that. They got him for inappropriate behavior as far as ethic, the way you have to deal with the congressional staffers. You come up and you get elected, and then you get a staff. I don't even know how much. I don't know how much input they have. I think they have one already prepared for you. Someone to go and get stuff and all of that stuff. It's already prepared. I think it's already prepared. But once again, he rolled the dice, man. He crapped out. This was a bad mistake for him. This was a terrible mistake for him to compliment them on their appearance, buy purses. So, I mean, it doesn't say that. It says he bought purses. I don't know. Maybe they didn't take them. Jewelry. Because, see, this is the thing. If you're going to accept these gifts, that tend to make men think that you're interested. But you can take the gifts. Okay, let's go with that. You can accept the gifts. The laptop, the iPhone, the vacation, the concert tickets. Go out to dinner with me, one-on-one dinners. No, just said it. Just I'm confused. Fuck it. I'm just gonna say I'm confused. I'm confused about. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened, but this is weird, man. Why would you be going on a one-on-one? I can see you taking your staff out to eat. I can see collectively everybody getting together and going to get something to eat. But why would you take your staff? I mean, why would you go with one individual on the staff on a one-on-one dinner? And flying to Vegas with this guy. Why would you fly to Vegas with this guy? It's a 65-year-old man. The first thing you're going to have to say, listen, let me just tell you up front, the first thing, this is what you have to do as a woman. Especially with a man. Now, you could be naive and not understand what his intentions are, and that's fine. But especially with a man who you think is trying to flirt with you or trying to win your heart in some fashion, you have to say, I got to bring my man. You have to say that. You have to say, hey, listen, I need you in Vegas. I'm going to have to do some notes and go over some stuff. Can you come to Vegas? I'm going to need you in Vegas. She said, well, okay, well, when? Saturday. We'll be back Monday. I can have your tickets and everything. Okay, well, I need to bring somebody with me. You see what I'm saying? Simple as that. He says, okay, no problem at all. I need, okay, we got you down. I got you down for 2 tickets, round trip. This is the time. I'll see you in Vegas. Simple as that. Simple as that. See, this is the problem. This is the absolute problem with a lot of this stuff. This guy, he can't run for reelection. The staffers, they're still working. They followed up, they reported his behavior. Now he's being censored. Okay, he's gone. Right? But that's fine. You know what? You guys don't want to deal with this. You don't think that that's sort of something's not right with that? You taking a person, or why would you take that stuff from this guy? Now, let me talk about me as a man. In my experience, If a woman doesn't want to be with you, she ain't gonna take. Now she gonna take some stuff from you now, but like a laptop, she ain't gonna take no laptop. Not if you hinting on some stuff. No, and they don't have no intent. They'll just look at that as that's nah. But they'll manipulate you out of something because you're stupid. Yeah, because you're stupid. You're being stupid. So they just say, all right, why not? You want to do my hair and my nails? You know what I'm saying? You want to give me a mani pedi? You want to pay for all of this? Yeah, they'll do that to you. And then when you try to call them for the date, they don't pick up. They'll manipulate you like that. But you talking about laptops and jewelry? Anyhow, this guy's out on his ass. This guy's out on his ass. Um, he was complimenting on their appearance. That's a no-no. He bought bags, expensive purses. See on that one. See, look, I'm not trying to defend this guy. I'm trying to talk about a man and his behavior. And he's a congressman, and he's doing these things. You have to really wonder at 65. You said, man, wait a minute, you don't know that, bro? You don't know that. Anyhow, the report said he was complimenting them on their appearance. He was buying expensive purses, jewelry, laptop, iPhones, new iPhones, vacations, concert tickets, one-on-one dinners. There's more to it. There were conversations on late night texts. That I think the women held on to those texts, and they were about to do a vote. They were going to censor him, and he said, "Okay, I just won't run for reelection." So basically, he's stepping down from his position, and he sounds like he wants to be a sugar daddy, but you can't do that on the floor of Congress, bro. Well, maybe you can. He can. How about this? Yeah, that's a little bit more clear because there ain't no place. Didn't they just vote that they're gonna reveal all the guys who done settled suits and stuff? Yeah, I think they just revealed they're gonna do a report or something on all the Congress people who've settled lawsuits. He says a 65-year-old wanting to deal with a 19-year-old is a creep. You know what? I think that's what drove this. No, I'm just saying I'm looking at this. I'm looking at this whole thing, and I really think that was the driving motivation into them. Because man, what have we been listening to for years about what they be doing on Congress? So yeah, that don't set, just like it doesn't set well with you, Red Jocko. It doesn't sit well with a lot of people. 65-year-old man, not only that, trying to romance, win the affection of a 19-year-old woman, and in the process, he has to step down from an elected position. That's a hell of a reason to lose. That's not it. You got to get run for off. Those are not easy jobs, man. They're not easy jobs to keep. They're not easy jobs to get. That's a hell of a reason to lose one. And first of all, and then you work in there. So, and this was other people that were on the staff was watching it. And then it got back to the ethics committee because other people felt he was showing favoritism. Because see, when you say I'm gonna take you to Florida, if you got 8 people working for you, you're a congressman, and you say I'm going to Hawaii, and everybody in there wants to go. It's a trip to Hawaii. I'm gonna take you. Okay, you come back from Hawaii, blah blah blah. Oh, we got something going on in Florida. They're saying, okay, I love to go to Florida and do our job, right? No, I'm taking you. I think that got back. Well, they were saying, "No, fuck that. This guy, this guy, this guy," and I think that drove a lot of this, man. And eesh, he quits after substantial evidence of unwanted advances at female staffers, but it falls short of the criteria for sexual harassment. And in my opinion, he messed up with the compliments. I think that you can't, especially when you're an older man like that, you can't make comments about their appearance. I'm saying as an older adult, you in your 60s, you just for her, that's grandfather age. That for a woman in her 20s, you in your 60s, that's grandfather, might even be great grandfather. That's an older age. You treading on, you walking on eggshells. You're really walking on eggshells when you go to that situation. But anyhow, he did it. He did it in the halls of Congress. He did it on Capitol Hill, and he's going to step down. He's not going to run for reelection. He should have been familiar with a site. There are multiple sites, especially a guy like him. Is actually made for guys like him. Actually, those sugar sites are made for professional. They're made for older men who are professionally established, um, financially have a lot of have some resources they can be without. That's what the site's made for. They're out there operational right now. They're operational right now. It's just like it's a dating app. You go on, you fill it out, you let them know who you are. It's a vet. You get vetted. They say, okay, this guy's everything he says he is. He's professional. He's 65. Um, he's looking for a sugar baby. They match him up. Now he did it. Well, whatever happened, he did it on Capitol Hill. You can't do this on Capitol Hill. So now he's got to pay. Now he's got to pay a price. He's got to pay a substantial price. But he says he didn't do anything wrong. He says he didn't do anything wrong. He had no type of intention like that. I think he brought up the fact that he's a married man and he was just trying to be nice. And that's the way it got misinterpreted, I guess. So much for that, brother. And that age thing means a lot, brother. I'm telling you that the age. And we see another one. Another person falls. Congressman face censor. 65-year-old man, young female staffers. Guys got, I guess it woke him up. A lot of times you could be in a marriage, man. Your marriage might not necessarily something you still love that person, but there may be certain aspects of that marriage that really don't exist anymore. And you got a man, he's 65 years old, he's in the halls of Congress, he's a legislator. He has a staff. And he went too far, I guess. I guess some people would say he just simply went too far. And his age, I think his age was the motivation. I really do. I think more than anything. Like the stream, man. I think that was the motivation more than anything. Also, I stand on it. What he did You can find a million times on social media. You can certainly can find it over there. Uh, when you talk about the fresh and fit, when you talk about all of these alpha male, beta male conversations, when you talk about dating, period. There are websites that are built to match up retiring older men, obviously successful men, men who have resources that they can willing to part with young, beautiful women. Now, let me say this. It says it right there on the site. There does not have to be anything sexual. It says it. Says it on the website. You can basically it's like a sponsorship. They say you can in exchange you pay for her college, you pay for her car in college, you take her to Hawaii for the weekend, you give her an allowance. In exchange, you get to share her journey while she's in college. She'll talk to you, communicate with you. Uh, you guys have dinner or something, but it says nothing about nothing. It says it doesn't have to have anything to do with that. Some of these dudes at a certain age, they can't do that anyhow. They do it for companionship. And you'd be surprised how many men do it. I mean, a lot of these dudes got money though. They got money, and then a lot of them they're not going to be around much longer. They can't take the money with them. But then again, like I said, when depends on the people you're dealing with because, like I said, this dude he should have never done that. He should have never done that. You say a 40-year-old difference is way out of line. Just my opinion. Well, I think that motivated. Now that ain't what they didn't say. Okay, she 19, you 65. They didn't say that. They didn't say she's 19 years old, you 65. We gonna censor you. No, they went in for what was going on. So they took a look at it and they said when you break it down, it's like you buying her a purse. It's one thing to buy a gift, right? You know what a gift is for a female staffer? If I'm a congressman, you know what a gift is? They have a uniform that they wear. Buy a uniform. No, they have one that they wear, right? As a staffer. Uniform. Um, Beyond that, I mean, everything else, I mean, because I don't even know how it's set up like that. Because I don't. Matter of fact, I know somebody, their brother or something, they had a brother that worked on Capitol Hill. They lived in D.C. But anyhow, this guy's lost his position. This guy can't run for office. This guy, he complimented couple of female staffers on their appearance. He's 65 years old. Purses were purchased, jewelry was purchased, laptop purchased, new iPhone purchased, vacations, concert tickets, one-on-one dinners. The women did complain. I don't know if they complained to the ethics board. I don't know if they complained to him, but they complained and they got reassigned to another person. Because I think the way that is, you just get assigned congressional staff. So they got reassigned. Now, you know what? And you know what? Fine. But he shouldn't have done it there. I'm gonna say that right there. That was just if that's what he's into, man, he can do what he wants to do. It's his money, it's his life. He shouldn't have done it on the halls of Congress. You shouldn't be doing that anyhow. You shouldn't go to your job looking for your next relationship anyhow. So from that perspective, he was wrong. But if you want to talk about um, what he was trying to do, man, that's some stuff you do on these websites. That's stuff you do on your own. That's something you can't go through. You should. I'm thinking. I'm shaking my head because why would you do that on Congress? Why would you go to I mean, like that's just no. Listen, sometimes people can be so smart they just make horrible decisions. Why I'm thinking about that as a man. Why would I do something like on Capitol Hill? Why would I do something? I wouldn't do that. And on top of that, if that's what he's into, you got to understand, if that's what he's into, there's plenty of options for him. That's completely up to him. We talk about the passport bros and all of that. You think they dating older women over there? He could go over there. He can go, this man right here, as a congressional, uh, a diplomat, a representative. This man can go. He can do it. He can go further than most. He certainly can go to the Philippines. He go to the Philippines and get him an 18-year-old wife. It's a question of paperwork. And no matter what you think about it, if he's married to her, he can do it. Now, I don't know about congressmen, but there's some there was a guy out here, he did that. He was married. This is before this old passport bro and internet stuff. It was a white guy. He was like a local socialite. His wife was a Filipino woman, and she was probably half his age. She passed away. Within a year, he went back. Boom. About a year and a half later, he had another wife, younger than her, married to in America, doing what he was doing. He's a little socialite. He would do stuff. He used to play like football, but he didn't make the pros. So he wound up being a socialite and covering sports, just all types of stuff, right? And he was being paid by a news agency. He was being paid by a news agency. He said, "You already lost the argument if you use legal as a defense." Well, he did it. So you can say what you know what, brother? You can say what you want on YouTube. He did it. And we're not talking about no YouTube. And that man was right in front of the TV cameras. He lost one, went right back over there and got another one. He didn't ask me permission. He didn't ask anybody permission. That man was on TV. That man is dead. That man lived his life. He was old when I was young. I remember seeing that as a kid. But at the end of the day, this guy's got to step down. He got caught trying to talk to young women. One of them was young as 19. And that's what it is. And it's a Republican and it's a congressman. And I mean, really, who's really shocked about this stuff? Who's really shocked about this stuff? When you get in there, you see these guys. A lot of these guys, some of them are married. It's a lot of, on that, I don't even know. For all we know, that stuff was permitted. I don't know. I know he's out a lot of money. I know he spent a lot of money. I know that. He spent a lot of money. And he's lost his seat. He's lost his seat. And it's going to be hard for him to get his seat back. He won't be able to get his seat back. Concert tickets and dinners and iPhones and laptops and jewelry and purses. And he said he didn't have any type of sexual intent. So the next question would be, did you do this for the men that work for you? That would be the next question, right? If it's strictly platonic, if it's strictly for friendships, did you do this for the men? No, I'm serious. If I was on the committee, I would say, all right, it was platonic. It had no sexual overtures. Did you do this for your male staff? Did you buy iPhones, vacations, concert tickets, laptops, jewelry, belts or wallets. And I mean, he probably would say no. He probably would say no, man. But who knows, man? They find out the hard way, man. These guys that get in office, they get elected, and that's why you when you get some of these jobs, man, you need to, and he is a married man. You need to tone it down, man, because this stuff is real. Watching the TV and watching the clown show, and you get gassed up that you can do this and get away with that and do this, and then you find out you can't. You find out you can't do that. They just passed out a flyer at the hospitals now. The nurses, you can't say nothing to them nurses, man. They got it now that if they go in your room to check your vitals and you say something, they can take you out that hospital now. I mean, obviously not going to take you off. You if you are stable, they can transfer you to another hospital, or they got a floor. They'll put you on a floor where you don't want to be on that floor. So they coming down on this. They really coming down. It ain't harassment. They really coming down on just male female relationships. It ain't harassment. They just coming down on these relationships, man. You can't depend on your job, bro. And that's where he made a major mistake because that's your job. And see, for all the people who complain, for everybody who complains about a strip club, what's up with you, great pretender? For everybody who complains about a strip club, right? What do you think they're for? Just as simple as that. And I'm just saying, for everybody who sits back and talk about it's wicked, they're a bad place and stuff. What do you think they're for? He should have went to a strip club, man. But now he done lost his job, man. He's a Republican. He done lost his job. And he lost some money too. He lost some bread. And I guess if you're Trump, the because you're at the tip of the spear, I guess if you're Donald Trump, it doesn't matter because you're so high up on in the pecking order that nothing's ever going to touch you. Because we know about the Stormy Daniels. He paid the Stormy Daniels. We know about that. All of the other stuff, the Epstein stuff. And this guy's got to step down. And he's been fighting this for a long time. But then again, like I said, sometimes, you start feeling yourself, you get drunk with power, and you just don't read the room. And when a guy is 65 and going after women that young, that might just be just blatant overconfidence. Or maybe he had some previous victories that drives his overconfidence. Perhaps, maybe. Maybe, huh? Anyhow, they says they're going to clear his name, and they basically had to talk to him, and they said, well, don't get censored. And I don't know what exactly that is. I don't. It does. I think they vote. I think they put you in the floor of Congress, and then they do a vote, and I think they disseminate all the evidence, and then they go from there. Um, Two female staffers, one being 19. It doesn't say the age of the other ones. I wonder if they were two 45-year-old staffers, would he be getting censored? And I'm really, really, really driven by that 19-year-old. I think that really motivated the people to pick it up and want him out of there because of the extreme age difference. It makes people feel uncomfortable. And I don't think that the young lady was that um, receptive. And you know what? And we've said that over here. I keep trying to say, I said, man, y'all that money stuff. See, this is another case of that. When you say, because they used to teach these guys here, they say lead with your wallet. That's the dumbest shit I ever heard in my life. That is only a fool would say lead with your wallet. That's a fool. That's a fool. That's this guy right here. What I'm saying is that's a fool. Look, guys who lead with their wallet, right? They wind up messed up, man. You can't do that. It don't work. It don't work because ultimately you don't create attraction. You don't create desire. You don't. You exploit greed. You can emotionally exploit their greed, but there is no attraction with greed. So that's why a lot of this stuff, they'll take all that stuff from you. They'll enjoy that stuff. But when you start venturing toward um, that type of relationship, yeah, they're not. That's unacceptable to them. They're not going to do that. They will not have a relationship like that with you, and a lot of them won't. And as guys get older and older, and like this guy, you find out the hard way. You wind up losing shit. You could lose your marriage. You could lose your job, your future. You know, 19-year-old woman, you're not 21. Okay, you got resources, but you better make sure that woman is on the same page. And then this dude was at work. This dude was at work. So yeah, I don't know. In my opinion, he was very sloppy with this. And also, there's entire websites dedicated to this type of behavior. Dedicated. They're created for older men and younger women. And in fact, the websites, the websites are created in mind with the websites are created in mind with the women, I mean with the men being accomplished, serious accomplished men with resources and perhaps either divorced, widowed, or some capacity, right, where the things they're looking for don't exist anymore. And that's what I'm saying. This guy did the shit on the. You don't do that on Capitol Hill. He did it in the wrong place, brother. And that's how they go. The worst thing a man can do is lead with his wallet because that's what this dude was doing. I've been trying to tell you that. I was saying it back then, brother. You don't like that, Mr. Grindcamp, but that's the truth. The worst thing, I'll say it again. You got proof right here. Absolute worst thing you can do is lead with your wallet dealing with women. It is the worst thing. Look at this guy. This guy's got to step down from his seat now. Absolutely. I stand on that. I stand. You know what? You know what? My thing about, and this what's good about this YouTube stuff. Hey, don't listen to me, man. Don't listen to me. Listen to who you want to listen to and live your life, brother. Don't listen to me, man. I'm a nobody. I ain't talking about nothing, man. Go listen to who you want to listen to, brother. Okay? The worst thing a man can do is go out here and lead with his wallet, and he's going to wind up the same way. All of the fact that you got resources and concert tickets and jewelry and laptop, you got the money, you got the money, you got a good job, you got the status, you got the money, you got the status. Okay. Okay. And I've been saying, see, this is what you guys keep forgetting. I've been saying, this ain't no shit I said today. I said that shit for like 4 years. I've been saying it over and over again. Money is it's more. It takes more than money. It just takes more than money, man. Because it just takes more than money. Now on these websites where the women subscribe to the sites, they're in college and they want these things. They're looking for sugar daddies. And those websites is a little bit different because it's crafted toward what people are looking for. But in everyday life, the way you live in life, that ain't the way to go. That's what I'm saying, brother. Like the stream, brother. And like I said, don't listen to me, brother. You got all the answers. Don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about, brother. You got the answers. I can't believe these dudes, bro. We sitting up here looking at a dude leading with his wallet, and the guy sitting in the chat box arguing with me about it. Okay. Hey, man, I don't know what I'm talking about, man. Go ahead and lead with your wallet, bro. What's stopping you, bro? Don't worry about me. You gotta live your life, bro. What the hell I gotta do with your life? Go live your life, man. Follow who you want to follow, brother. I'll tell you this dude finna step down from his position. This dude came in there trying to lead with his wallet. This guy right here tried to lead with his wallet. This dude called himself winning women over with his resources. Well, I wouldn't say that because he said he wasn't trying to win them over, but he was giving 2 female staffers his resources. And in the end, they wind up, somebody told the people and they went and did an ethics background investigation. And now he's got to step down from his position. He's got everything all these idiots come on these YouTube channels talking about. He's got the money. He's got the status. And this, isn't that what they say? I think I saw a Fresh Fit said, women want money. Women want status. No, they do, but not like, it's got to come in a better package. It's got to come in a package. It's got to be packaged in a NBA, NFL sports package. You know what I'm saying? Or you're gonna have to deal with or you're gonna have to deal with. Look, bro, no, listen, man. You don't even have to do that in 2026. You don't have to do that. They're all, like I said, this is a congressional man. This man can, if that's what he wants, he can get what he wants. If what he's looking for is relationships, from a certain perspective, he can get there. That's all I'm saying, bro. So a lot of this, as much as you can disagree with it, man, I wouldn't do this. I would never do it. But if you don't know how to do it, just go to the sugar baby sites. It's about 8 or 9 of them. It's very, very, very public sites. About 8 or 9 of them. All of that stuff, they vet you. About 2 days, they'll hit you back with your password. Everything you need to join. It's just like Twitter. Just like Tinder. It's just like Tinder. The women know exactly who's on there. The men know who's exactly on there. There ain't no hit and miss. There ain't no, does she like a guy my age? Or her saying, I don't want a guy who's broke. That stuff. They don't have to even worry about that. That's already filtered out. Already filtered out. He said Grind Camp says the congressman went wrong by leading with his wallet while on the clock at work. Yeah. Yeah. Also, you got to remember that you get a staff. Just remember, you inherit a staff. They work for you. They're supposed to do things that you need them to do. Take stuff to certain representatives, get on the phone, take your messages, prepare everything you need to have prepared. And see, this is where guys mess up. Once again, like I said, you got to take care of all of that, man. All of that, your personal life has to be taken care of. You cannot depend on the job to take care of your personal life. And when I say that, that's the thing. A relationship can go left, and they do. But do you want to lose your job too? I've seen married people get a divorce. Two married people come to the job married. Within a year, one of them is sleeping with someone. The guy finds out. For like a month, 45 days, he's down in the dumps. She done moved in with the guy. They done transferred her to another division. She ain't thinking about this guy. And so you look at that, man. I've seen that. I said, yeah, man, that's too close to home, man, because if things go left, you got to sit there and be humiliated and embarrassed and watch, and then every now and then, because you guys work in the same location, you go around the corner and there she is, or there he is, in the sense that the woman sees the man sees the woman, and all of that stuff. And remember, you got a job to do. So if someone's telling you, "Hey, I need you to do this job," they don't have time for your personal problems. You got to get the job done. So it adds an additional pressure. But this dude, if allegedly, we got to say this allegedly, right? Because they censored him, and he has go look up. He did step down. He said he's going to step down today from a reelection bid, which means he'll still be in office. I think he's going to take it to. I don't know exactly how they're going to do that, but anyhow, this guy was sloppy. If what he's accused of he did, this was very sloppy. And another thing I'm gonna tell you with this is also when you don't understand the world. I'm gonna be for real. I'm just gonna be serious. This is when you don't understand this world, man. This is when you don't understand this world. When you in a relationship for whatever reasons, for you tell me why. You no longer, or you want to be outside your marriage, right? There's just other ways, man. This isn't the way. You don't do that at your job. You're going to go to your job and make overtures and give out iPhones and laptops and fly to me to Vegas and let's go downstairs and have dinner together. See, that's what I'm saying. So, and look, they told all that. The ethics committee checked the records and they found all that. That's why they censored him. No, that's why they censored him. So I said, no, it's just sloppy, man. Because see, this is what people don't understand. This guy, that's his business. I saw it in the news, and you can learn from this stuff. That was just sloppy, man. And you know what? If I was him and I was in a marriage that, whatever, I was married, but I'm very attracted to the people, the women I'm working with. If I was him, I would just went to a strip club, man. I went to a strip club, and then I probably would have sat down with my wife and just let her know that this thing ain't working out. I'm serious. If I was in that guy's shoes right now, I would have told my wife this thing ain't working out. I wouldn't say nothing to those women. I went to me a strip club. eye to talk to the other people, the other representatives. There's men on there. He's 65, plenty of older men. They would have gave him advice and sort of curved him the direction he's looking for. You see what I'm saying? But as far as the staffers, why would you do? That's what I'm saying. That don't even make sense, man. And that's another thing too, guys. Is let me tell you something, bro. These women, if they don't want you, who cares what they look like? Why would that even matter? You could be working with the beauty queens, 3 of them. So they're doing a job for you. What about it? And no, let me add this extra caveat. And they could be sleeping with half the company. They sleep with them. You know why do you know they sleep with them? Because the guys who work there keep telling you. When you go down to lunch, the guys are coming up, sitting next to you, telling you what so-and-so did. They telling you, oh, you don't believe me? They pulling out a phone, showing you the proof. Guess what, though? No, let me tell you something. Guess what? You know what that means? You take your ass back upstairs and do your job and don't worry about what those women do. It's just as simple as that. It's just as simple. Don't even get in their business. When the dudes do that to you, be like, all right, okay, oh, shit, I see you, bro. I see you. You don't say nothing to them about it. You're going to do your job. Eventually, you guys, they're going to get reassigned and all of that, and life goes on. I don't know why guys go in there and fall or go in there and see some other dude or whatever they do, and then think that that's going to motivate them to do it. I think that's the dumbest thing in the world. Absolutely the dumbest thing in the world. It don't matter. It's if they're doing it with somebody, if they're doing it with one person or 50 other people, that don't mean they're going to do it with you. So who cares? You got to take care of your personal, private life. And when you don't take care of your private life, this is what happens. And yeah, strip clubs exist for a reason. That's one of the reasons they have hip hop has made strip clubs into these. Hip hop has ruined what a strip club is. Hip hop has. Hip hop has ruined strip clubs. All of the songs and Make It Rain, all that stuff. That ain't what no strip club for, man. Strip clubs have always been for aging men whose wives may have had some type of health concerns, where they're no longer, they're taking care of their wives, but their wives are no longer able to take care of them like that. But they love their wives, and they're older people, and they have retirement coming in. Strip clubs was created for those guys. Go and look it up. That's what a strip club is for. It's not for nobody that's 21 with a what's that, Salvador Ferragamo belt and shoes on, walking around with his hat on. That ain't what no strip club is for, man. You guys see Jerry Jones? That's what strip clubs is for. Y'all got it? That old. That old. I've been into the strip clubs. I've been in the black ones and I've been in the white ones. I've been into the white one. When I go in the white ones, I be seeing Jerry Jones in there. It ain't Jerry Jones. I'm saying the dude be looking like Jerry Jones. I said, man, that dude. I said, look at this club right here, man. I said, these older grown men. When I go into black clubs, it's like 18, 19. And I said, damn, man. I said, look at this world we live in. I said, the black clubs, all the dudes in there, they young and they treat this place like it's a nightclub. I said, I go to the white clubs, they treat it like a strip club. So yeah, I'm just clearing that up. That's this guy. And this also shows you when you don't use a good judgment. Hey man, that's what a strip club for. You don't mess with the younger women. You just accept the fact that you don't have one. You're not with a young woman. Okay, then you look at how can you get one? You can't go through that, man. And see, and as you become a man, you live and you learn. You just live and you learn, man. You live and you learn. I remember when I was 18. When I was 18, I went to work, man. It was two white girls. One of them was like 24, the other one was like 20. And they had so many boyfriends or men wanting to take them out. And I just left them alone, man. I never said nothing to them women, man. We had our fun and stuff. We said little things, but no, not to each other, though. We might be talking about what you do this weekend. But we went to work, man. But I watched them dudes. I watched them do. I said, man, they got a lot. That phone. I picked the phone up. Oh, can I speak? I said, boom. Oh, can I speak to boom? Different guy, different guy, different guy, different guy. And then the guys asked me about them. I said, huh? He said, man, I know you doing that. I said, man, you know I'm not. I said, no, I'm not, man. I said, plus you ain't seen no boyfriend. He said, no. I said, man, her boyfriend's a damn 6'4", a 6'4" Marine. I said, nah, but she cool though. That's why this story, right? That's what I'm saying. Why would I turn around just because I see somebody doing something that means I can do it? And everything was fine. They went on, they went on with their lives. I went on with mine. But this is what happens when you don't understand this world, man. You turn 65, that game there where you throw resources, that shit might work in your 40s. It might work in your 30s. You better make sure who you trying to run that on as you get 50 and 60, because you got to understand the woman, they got to be receptive to a relationship, a friendship, a courtship, a companionship, a situation. When you're talking about 60 and 70 years old, they might just not be interested in that. And they might actually need the resources. But and this is a lesson learned. This is the lesson that you learn about this stuff. This shit's serious out here, man. This ain't nothing to play with, man. He said a politician can't go to a strip club, though, especially a Republican one. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. See, that's why, like I said, people don't know people. Yes, you can. If I'm a congressman for my city, right? I'm the congressman for Arkansas, the district, whatever, Arkansas. I'm a congressman. I'm in Capitol, I'm in DC. And I'm, whatever, I want to deal with something different, right? I wouldn't go in DC, but I would go to, say, Virginia. Why not? I go to Virginia. I might even go, well, I wouldn't go to New York. I go to Virginia, something like that. Why not? They're not going to recognize me in Virginia, man. They're not going to recognize me in Virginia. I promise you that. Man, most people don't even know who their congressperson. Most people don't recognize their congressperson when they walk down the damn street. You said he couldn't do it. I'm telling you he can. See, I'm going to tell you something. You guys, listen, this guy could have got everything he wanted, but he ain't going to get it from them. That's what I'm saying. That's the thing about it. He knew better than, he didn't put no hands on these women. He didn't do no shit like that. He didn't say nothing especially sexual to these women. But what he don't realize is, bro, there's platforms made for guys like you. A congressman? Can you imagine if this guy would have put up a sugar baby post? Well, he probably can't do that though, right? Huh? But no, I think all that stuff's private though. As I understand it, all that's, it's not like Tinder. I think you go through a vetting process and it's private. The women and the men, like you don't say who's on there either way. It's like a privacy thing. I think that he would have got what he was. I think if he was looking for a young woman and he's a 65-year-old congressman, I think he could have found it on them sugar baby sites. I do. I do. So, and it's who. It's who and where. So that's where you make your mistakes. And that's what happens when you lazy. You can't get lazy out here. You got to keep an effort going, bro. He said, if I'm a congressman and got bread, I need more discretion. Too many cameras. I get your point. I would do seeking. You can do it. You can do it. You got to understand you have a private life though. You're ignoring that part. You live a private life. You still a single man. You still what I'm gonna say this again. His mistake was where and who. And to a certain degree, there may not be no compassion because of his age. Because it's like you gotta know better. Andrew says it's so creepy how liberals treat adult women like children. It's like that's the only way you can get off. They're doing that with Osgood's girlfriend when she has been an adult for like 20 years. Yeah, I don't know about her. I don't know. I don't know this guy you just named. It's so creepy how liberals treat women. But you know what? That's interesting because you sort of perked my, you made me, it's so creepy how liberals treat adult women like children. You know what, Andrew? Unfortunately, Andrew, you are at 1000% correct because every time, every time I suggest that perhaps they should not have received or accepted the gifts, I get attacked. I get attacked. And I didn't think of it the way you just put it. It's so creepy how liberals treat adult women like children. Concert tickets, vacations, iPhones, purses. Don't you think that's making that man think you might be interested in him? But forget that. Now the man's already got to give up. Nobody up here saying he should keep his seat. That man's already stepping down. But I hope the men, you know what, see, you can learn from this stuff. I hope every man, you see this right here, don't you? No, I hope you see this shit, all that stuff. Hey, bro, that's on you. All of that leading with your wallet, I wouldn't do that. Fuck that. Hey, we can't go out then. You're right. We can't get to know each other. I'm not doing all of that. So I'm going to do all of that and you're going to get my ass rolled up and kicked out. But you do make a good point, bro. It is creepy how liberals treat adults. Yeah. But if you fly somebody out, if I fly you from Houston to my city for the weekend, and you say, okay, well, I don't think it's appropriate for us to share the same place. So can you get a hotel room? And I said, sure, I'll get you a hotel room. And you fly and we eat and we go out. And you say, I want to go back to the hotel room. And I said, okay, so you go back. Next day, we do some stuff, go see some stuff. And then I say, hey, can I come up? You say, no, I think I might go to sleep. So it's the last day. We hang out, whatever. And then around the last day, you say, well, I really enjoyed myself. Well, can I come? No, I think I had a great time. Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. I don't think a person is obligated to do anything with you. I don't have a problem with that. Then that person leaves, and that's up to you. You can continue to pursue them or not. But I wouldn't do that with somebody that I go to work with. I wouldn't do no shit like that. I just wouldn't do that, man. And it would have to be, like I said, it would have to be mutual. And this dude, he just got caught up, man. He's 65. But you gotta live in the real world, though, man. You gotta live in the real world. You gotta live in the real world. You don't live. This ain't no fantasy world, man. And when I say that, and when you talking about 60, and yeah, work out, man. Go run 10 miles a day. Watch what you. I'm saying most people don't. Most people don't work out like that. Just because you see something on Instagram, you see a dude on Instagram, he's 62, his wife is 20, and he's on Instagram dancing and having fun. That don't mean you could just walk out there and do that. You got to know what he's doing because there's so many trap falls. Like I said, I believe the motivation was the age. There are so many pitfalls for a guy who's trying to do something like that. And we ain't even talking about a job. You talking about you working somewhere? If you work at Walmart, man, you work at Walmart and two people get hired and they're really you're a single dude. They're very attractive women. You can't just go over there and start making plays on even though they do. I'm gonna say that right there. Even though they do that, you ain't how about let me say that you ain't supposed to. How's that? You're not supposed to do that. Well, anyhow, this guy got to step down, man. And I don't know how his family is going to take it. I hope everything works out for him and his wife. Um, this is a crazy world we live in, man. And I'm gonna stand. I say it again. Leading with your wallet, man. I mean, that sounds good. See, that's the thing about it. That sounds good. That sounds like a smart idea. You better be careful with that because you can lead with your wallet and you can initiate and provoke people's greed. You can do that. You could say, "Hey, what you doing this weekend?" And she said, "I'm just hanging out." Say, "I want you to go to the casino with me." I really don't have no casino money. Don't worry about it. I got you. What you mean you got me? I'm gonna give you a band. You gonna give me $1,000? Yeah, I'm gonna give you a band. Just come play with me. Well, come play the slot machines with me. Come on. Be careful with that because you think because somebody accepted band that they want to do. See, that's what I'm saying. That don't mean that at all. That ain't even remotely close. That is that no, hey, you gave him $1,000. Maybe go down there and pull the machines. Hopefully they'll hit for 15, 20,000. Hopefully they'll hit for 1 million. And that's where a lot of guys get, and that's what I mean by leave joy. That's where a lot of guys you get in trouble. That's where you get yourself in trouble. You get yourself in a lot of trouble with that. And these YouTubers, they sit there and tell people to do that shit. These YouTubers be giving this advice out and stuff. Man, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do it. And a lot of the real hardcore, the real hard, the real hardcore players, pop my collar player. Let me tell you something. They don't give a damn how old they are. They're not gonna give no woman nothing like that. Not giving no woman no damn iPhone. They could be 92. And see what and that's fine. We don't know what's going on in the halls of Congress. You don't know what them people doing up there. Doesn't the press secretary, don't she have an older husband? Let me see. What's the press secretary's press secretary? Let's go to this. Press secretary. Press White House press secretary. Caroline Levis. Let's go see how old her husband is. Caroline is 28. Her husband, let me see. Don't have his age. Let me go click on this. There you go. Her husband is 61. Her husband, Nicholas Rico, is 61 years old. She's 28. So she's 33 years younger than him. Right there, 33 years younger than him. 33 years. No, no, no. What I'm saying is look at this. All of this stuff. Okay. Okay. All right. Listen. No, no. Look. It's right there in front of you. Her husband's 33 years, 33, not 33 years younger than her. I mean, older than her. He's 61. She's not even 30. He's six. They're married. He's 61. She's 28. This dude right here, he's finna get run off Capitol Hill. He's 65. He was trying to, I don't know what he was trying. One of the female staffers was 19. And like I said, I think that's what motivated it. I really do, man. I really think when people found out he was 65 years old and one of those staffers was 19, I think that made people jump up and, and really put a battery in their back to go after this guy. I do. I got you, man. He said 19 and 28 is a 10-year difference, but it's a difference, but it's pretty much the same, though. But that's fine. You don't think it's the same. I personally, I don't really see a difference in that. It's extreme age differences. It's extreme age differences. Either way, one is 33, the other one, 40? 44? One is 44, the other one's 33. Both of those would be considered to me both extreme age differences. It's other jealous women who did it. Rich men can get most any women. For sure, a woman blew this whole thing up. Oh, I see what you're saying. That probably, man, they do. It's a staff, and probably anything you do out in the public, man. You know how people do, man. That's one thing about people. People lie. People lie a lot. People lie. People will lie. They'll just lie. They won't tell the truth. They'll just lie. And let me say something to the men out there. Take a look at this. As a man, you get no sympathy. You get no compassion. You get no understanding. You're just simply tossed to the side. You got a White House press secretary whose husband's 33 years older than her. This guy is forced to retire, tossed to the side. He spent his bread. And in the process of spending his bread, all he did was wind up getting run out of Congress. Thank you. Yeah, no one's coming to help you. You on your own as a man, man. That's why you need to make good decisions, understanding that. And in many cases, even men against you. So just remember that. You on your own as a man, and you'd be surprised that a lot of the people who oppose you or have a problem with you are other men. Other men who don't want to see you, they don't want to see you living like that. They don't want to see you up. They don't want to see you with beautiful women. That's the rapper swimming in women. That's Puff Daddy, ain't it? That's Puff Daddy swimming in women. They don't want to see you up. And as a man, well, my thing, he should know this, but you should know this. As a man, you need to know this shit, man. And the job is off limits, man. Jobs off limits. A relationship, you can have that anywhere. You can go to New Orleans today. You could fly to New Orleans today, and by Monday, you could be in a brand new relationship. There ain't no job out there worth a relationship. It just don't exist. Good job like that, and like we talk about, you got to leave stuff. You got to leave it on the table. Sometimes you got to leave it all on the table, man. When you gamble, they tell you the smart way to gamble is to leave while you're winning. So, in other words, you gamble on Dallas versus Cleveland. Dallas win, you won your money. There's another game, Michigan versus Wisconsin. You take Wisconsin, they win. You up two. You won two games. Then there's a night game, uh, Pittsburgh versus Oakland. The way it goes, you don't play that game. You don't play it. No, 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 no. Could you win? Maybe. But the way you win is you leave some shit on the table. You say, oh, yeah, I probably could win, but I ain't gonna take a chance. So by you doing it, guess what? You didn't win or you won two and you finished. You ain't lose nothing. Don't matter what they did last night. And that type of thinking is how you win. When you say I'm gonna do everything I see, you're gonna lose. It's just the odds are set like that. It's set to be. It's just odds, man. You cannot go against those mathematical odds. You can't. It's going to get you. It it's going to beat you, and that's why they do it like that. Hey, you don't deal with the women at work, which makes me wonder if he's ever done that before. And yeah, if you're a congressman, you should be on your best behavior. Man, you need to be on your best behavior, bro. And you can't be thirsty. I'm gonna say that again, man. If you single out here, if you got to go to the hospital, talk to somebody, you cannot be out here thirsty, man. Thirst gonna fuck you up, bro. It's gonna make you stop thinking. Your brain ain't gonna think. Your brain, you ain't supposed to, well, that's a different. Well, this is at work. This is at work. Now, if you're in a nightclub, you ain't supposed to think. If you're in a social gathering, an event, somebody was talking about this Mary J. Blige concert in Vegas. You go there and you dealing with the women, that's different. It ain't, you don't really have to think about it. But walking around here thirsty, and also strip clubs, man, if that's for dudes like that, when you're a thirsty old dude and you want young women, you gotta go to the strip club. What you think they made for? And let me tell you, go to the white ones. Don't go to the black ones. Black ones, you're gonna see a bunch of young dudes in there. Young dudes in there fighting over the women, trying to get girlfriends in there. That's all you're gonna get in there. They've bastardized a lot of them clubs, bro. They've destroyed those clubs. Go to the mixed ones or the white ones, and they're more traditional. If you're an older man and your wife, whatever, maybe she's going through something, maybe she had a stroke, maybe she's sick, um, and you just a man and you're healthy and you feel the call of the wild, go to a strip club. I didn't say go in a strip club and spend money and go back, but you go in there and then from there you figure out the direction you want to go in your life. But you don't sit up here and lead with your wallet, man. I'm not gonna go out here and give my neighbor continuous rides, continuous rides to across town because her car is not working. And then one day at a stoplight, I suggest we sleep. I'm not going to do that. But that's the world we live in, man. So, and I know it might hurt his ego, and it does for some men. It shouldn't. It shouldn't hurt your ego, but yeah, the rejection, man, that somebody put you on paperwork. That shit's that you feel that. As a man, you gonna feel that one, bro. That ain't, you know, that ain't nothing to play with, man. That a woman took time and put your ass on paperwork. But then again, she can say, "Well, I told you to leave me alone." Now, guess what? Now, guess what? No, guess what? She can say, "Hey, I told you to leave me alone." Hey, look, I got a boyfriend, or hey, look, I'm in a relationship right now, and you continue. And she down there talking to them people, and them people coming down there looking, talking. We need to see, we need to check your phone. Yeah, do you have 15 minutes? Hey, yeah, Bobby, you got 15 minutes. Yeah. Okay, Bob. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, Bob, but we got a report from a Linda. Yeah, from a Linda. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know, some kind of way she said you were going to like flirting or something like that. You know anything? Well, I'm gonna tell you, Bob. We're gonna need to have your phone. Yeah, she's giving her phone. We need your phone. Oh, but what we can do, Bob, is if you will just accept this censure that you will not flirt with the women, if you'll take this warning, we'll put this in your record. We don't need your phone. Man, they got, I'm telling you, bro. That's why I'm saying you let that go, bro. I don't know, man. I'm saying when I was 18, I knew the game though. I just knew it, man. And I knew you couldn't be thirsty like that. And just because a woman is sleeping with a bunch of men, that don't mean she'll sleep with. That's what I'm saying. That's why we had with the Alan Roger Curry mode one. That's why we had problems. I said, what? I said, bro, I know that don't. And let me tell you something. I came on YouTube and I started hearing some of the stuff these guys were saying. I said, man, that's insane. That's the dumbest shit I ever heard in my life. I mean, that's just me, though. We just different people, man. And I said, I just knew that. I just knew that, man, there's plenty living your life in America. You grow up. I was around a bunch of women who slept with 14, 15 guys in the neighborhood. They didn't give me none. I wasn't mad at them, though. And I wasn't trying to be over flirtatious when I saw them. I guess I wasn't their type. I accepted that. So you go on in your life as a man, and you had the same philosophy. Then you come on, you run on a YouTube channel. You got dudes on here talking about lead with your wallet. I said, what kind of trick ass bitch nigga shit is that? That's trick game, bro. That's trick game. And I was like, damn. But that's their game, man. And then the Allen dude, rest in peace to the brother. He's a good brother. Just because you disagree with, that's another thing about this YouTube. You can't disagree with people. I just disagree with some of his opinions or his thoughts. And the lead with your wallet, I mean, not the lead with your wallet. The mode one where you go up to a woman and tell this woman you want to sleep with her, I am sure it works for him. And I'm sure it works for others. But I'm going to tell you something else. I'm sure it don't work for me. I know it don't work for me. So when I hear somebody tell me to do that, I said, man, I'm not doing no shit like that. Are you crazy? I went, bro, you nuts? I would never in my mind walk up to a stranger talking about something. I want you to join me in bed. Nah, it don't work for me, man. Like I said, for some dudes, they built like that. They sauced up like that. They can hold it like that. They got weight like that with the females. They got motion with the women. I don't. I don't have no motion like that. I can just walk up to some strange woman. Would you like to join me in bed? That don't work for me. So, like I said, you just disagree. But he was a great guy. Rest in peace to the brother. He was a great guy. Actually, of all, well, there's a lot of people. Well, I'm just gonna say something. They say if you can't say something good, don't say nothing at all. He was a great guy. I'll just say it like that. If you had a chance to meet him, to me, he's one of the nicest guys. All of this, that YouTube stuff, he was one of the nicest guys I ever met. And when I disagreed with him, he didn't lose his marbles. That was another thing about the guy. He was secure. He didn't care if I disagreed with him. He believed in what he was writing. He said, okay. Okay, he didn't sit there and spend hours trying to get me to agree with him. That was another thing, to be pleasant. Imagine that, somebody you can disagree with. Imagine a world, huh? But when you start talking about 65, 70, you're going to either have to do one or two things. Forget about women or get you one. As simple as that. There ain't no in between. There is no in between. There's no, you hit 60, forget about them. Or get you one. But all of this pursuing, dating, flirting, getting to know, you ain't gonna be able to do it at that age, man. You got to be real careful who you trying to talk to. And you 65 and she 19, man. You see, that's what I'm saying. Some of these dudes, y'all roll the dice, bro. Y'all take some hellified chances, bro. You better know who you fucking with. That's another thing. I just learned that growing up in the ghetto, period. I learned that in the ghetto growing up. Fuck that. You better know who you fucking with, period. End of line. In all things. In all things. So why would you, when you think about the potential of things going bad, that makes you say, I'm not doing that. And like, you do have the passport, bro. This dude, he could have went overseas. This dude could have went to any country. Let me tell you something. If he would have went overseas, he'd have been welcomed. His accommodation would have been way better. If this representative wanted to go to a foreign land, he could have his staff. The women who said that he harassed, made unwanted advances, they could be on the computer typing out his itinerary, saying that he would like to come there, exactly what he wants to do. They would come back and say, yes, he's more than welcome. We'll take him to the king's palace. He'll spend 4 nights. He could have done it like that. So it comes down to what you do and how you do it. And using your brain, man. What's up with you, do business?
What's good with your plat, man? Man, you had me rolling, man, when you was talking about the dudes that be saying leave with that wallet. You said, what kind of trick? Oh, man. Man, you something else this morning.
No. It's trick game, though. You laughing. I'm serious. That shit a trick game, bro.
Yeah, I know, man. That's bad advice for dudes to be, spreading that nonsense, man. Yeah. It's crazy you're talking about this guy. I don't really know who he is. I think he's up there in North Carolina. I saw I saw the little news clip. They said that he broke ethics violations, and I think they say he spent some of the government's money or whatever on a couple of women.
Oh, so wait a minute. He was buying this with government money?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Oh, wow. Okay, I didn't know that.
Well, I mean, I have to say government. I guess the money that that they gave him I don't know, but yeah, that's probably what it was. He spent some money that probably wasn't his. I
Okay.
don't understand why somebody would do that. You know what I'm saying? Why don't you just spend your own money? I mean, I'm sure he makes money, so why are you spending money that is supposed to be going to the people or a different cause or whatever? I just don't get it. This dude is 65 doing that kind of stuff, man. That's man, what is wrong with some of these
You
people, man?
think you think
Go ahead.
that's too? Do you think that if you're a 65-year-old man, do you think trying to win the heart, pursue a 19-year-old college girl is a bad idea?
Well, I mean, if you're just trying to smash the chick, I mean, she old enough, so I mean, you could do that if you want to
Well,
do
that ain't
that.
what he was. Well, his approach. It wasn't well. First of all, well, how about this? He didn't do that. He didn't
Right.
come
Yeah.
in. He didn't come in on women talking about he want to smash. He was. The ethics committee said that it was an unwanted advancements. That's what they said.
Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly what it is. He was doing something he shouldn't have done. And yeah, I think that he shouldn't have done that. You know what I'm saying? With a woman that young in the same, industry
So
that you
so if
work.
it was so if it was a woman, if she was 50, would it have been the same thing?
Well, he still would have got in trouble because he's spending money that's not his. It came out of someone else's account. So if it would have been out of his own bank account, but they still would have said something to him because he's messing around with someone that you work with. So, I understand the temptation a lot of men have, working with certain women. Because I mean, a 19-year-old or a 20-year-old or whatever, she probably was very attractive to him. But you can't, you like you said earlier, you can't deal with women that you work with. It's a way to do that. I've done that before, but that's not a good thing to do. It's really not a good thing to do because it's gonna mess up your job and it's gonna mess up the working relationship that you have with that woman. A lot of people do that on the job, man.
It can. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You can't do that, man.
And see, people bounce around. You could be with somebody. You could have a relationship with somebody on the job. Look, I've seen people married. I have seen two married people come to a job together,
Uh huh.
and within a year, he's sleeping with somebody else. And the guy, and they wind up breaking up, but they don't work together. They'll separate them. The job will separate that, but they still see each other from time to time because you have to drive around the place you work. You got to come to it. You got to leave from it.
Oh my God.
So that humiliation and embarrassment and stuff is rubbed in even further. And another thing too, also talking about the compassion of the other person. What if the person don't give a damn? Well, if they feel like they better off without you, they ain't got no compassion for you. They ain't gonna be sympathetic to your position.
Yeah. Yeah.
She might fuck around there and put paperwork on your ass.
Yeah. That's
Cheat on
crazy.
you, divorce you, and get your ass wrote up.
That's crazy, man. I believe you too. That's crazy. So your husband and wife working together, and the wife still cheat on you. Man, you
Mhm.
can't make this stuff up, man. That's
A lot of dudes, man, we don't like to go into this rabbit hole, but a lot of married women be stepping out. Yeah, the married guys, they talk about but a lot of those women be stepping out. I'm not saying to get a divorce, but bro, let me tell you something. If you went to, I'm trying to think, what's a company? If you go to a warehouse, not a warehouse. Well, no, a warehouse. If you go to a warehouse that's got about 500 people
yeah.
and you have an extremely attractive wife, man, I hate to say it, man. It's gonna be a lot going on that you probably ain't gonna know about.
I mean, It ain't even
Especially
got to be a girl.
if both of y'all are under 25, like you 24 and she 22, and
Yeah,
y'all go to with 500 different men, say 40 women, but the rest number 400 plus men. Good luck, brother. Now me, I just in my life, I think that'd be a bad decision for a guy to accept. He need to go find another job. For
yeah,
them to be working together, yeah, I wouldn't. It's too much temptation for her. But
yeah,
people can do what they want to do, man.
yeah. Apparently, people can do what they want to do. Just like this fool that's driving in front of me just ran a stop sign.
Damn.
Man, people so damn ignorant. but
Mm.
but yeah, man, with this guy, Chuck, what's his name? Chuck Edwards, I think.
Yeah,
Is there?
yeah.
Yeah, man. A lot of people gonna call him creepy. You
Hmm.
know what I'm
So
saying?
so if you're an old guy messing with young women, that makes you a creep.
Nah, man, it doesn't. But it just dudes don't be knowing how to do stuff, man. Like,
It's okay because this is what the guy said. Liberals treat women like kids. So does that make Caroline Levitt a creep?
what
Her
did she?
husband is Caroline Levitt, the White House secretary. She's 28. Her husband's 61.
Yeah, right, right. I see what you're saying. Yeah, ain't nobody gonna say nothing about that. Yeah,
Nope.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Does that make her a creep?
You know what? I would say yeah. I would say it would make her a scammer, a schemer, because she
Mhm.
probably don't love that dude like that. And you already know a lot of younger women like dealing with older guys just for that paper. So, yeah, I would say so.
Hmm.
I would say so. Yeah, the women don't get off the hook neither, man. So, yeah, it's always gonna be a double standard. That's why I don't want to necessarily call the guy a creep. It's just some men need to think before you do. That's the problem with a lot of men, Platinum. They don't think before they do things, man.
Well, when do business when you horny and
Yeah.
no, well, okay, can't do that. That's why you gotta go to a strip club or something, man. You
Yeah.
gotta go sit up in a strip club. Get your bearings together, man. Figure out what you want to do with your life. Don't fuck with the people at the job. Don't flirt with those women, man. You better leave them alone.
You better leave them alone.
Yeah. Yeah, you better leave them alone. Hey, man, I leave them alone. And that's the thing about this guy. I hope that you can learn from this guy. People need to understand, man, this real out here, bro. That ain't cool. It's not cool to have to use your money and resources to get women interested in you. Now, a lot of people don't like that because that thinking really comes in many cases from the black community. That's not really a white community way of thinking. But let me tell you something. When you incorporate that, that protects you in a lot of ways, man, because it exposes if that person has a desire for you or not. When you start talking about giving somebody money, like I said, you are clicking their emotions, but that
Yeah.
don't mean they desire you. Hey, will you come to the casino with me? Oh, I ain't got no money. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna give you a band. You gonna give me a band? Yeah, I want you to gamble with me. So I'm gonna give you $1,000. Just to hang out with me for a couple of hours. That okay? Oh yeah, I come down there. Then I think, oh, I'm macking. That woman is not attracted to me. She gonna look at me and say, what you trying to do? Well, I figured, what the fuck you mean? You figured something. I came out here because you gave me $1,000. Well, I just figured. Well, I already see. I done dealt. See, you gotta understand. I wasn't born yesterday, and I've dealt with women, and,
Yeah.
and I know which way that's gonna go. So that ain't gonna go the way you want it to go. And that's what I be saying to me. Do y'all deal with them, bro? They're upfront about that. If they don't want to sleep with you, bro, they're gonna let you know that. I'm sorry. I don't care about no money. That ain't, let's they not like that. What I'm saying is the money. Okay, they want the money, but you saying I'm gonna give you the money so because you gonna feel like guilty or you gonna sleep. Now they're not. No, they're not. They're not gonna feel guilty and want to. They're gonna say, hey, I took your money, I made some money, or I lost some money. Take me home. And
Yeah.
see, this is what guys don't want to. That's what our whole lead with your wallet nonsense. Because if that woman wanted to be with you the way you want her to be with, the way you want her to be with you, you don't need no money. You don't need any money. She'll be like, okay, I'll be over there. Well, I'm going to the casino. Fuck the casino. Keep your money in the bank. I'm finna come. I'm gonna bring some food over there. We're finna go hang out.
Yeah. That's genuine.
Yeah.
That's a genuine person right there. Yeah, man. I mean, that's why these conversations are important, man. I just hate that happened to him, man, because you know you got a position like that. You gotta set a standard, man. You got a reputation. So I mean, yeah, temptation, destroys a lot of guys. Like I was gonna ask you, was the guy married? Is this guy Chuck Edwards? Is he married?
Yeah, he's married.
That's what
Huh? He's married. Yeah.
I mean. I get it, man. A lot of married guys probably don't be getting none from their wives. A lot of times, that and that could play a part in it too, man. So I mean, some dudes can't catch a break for nothing, man. And then next thing you know, they get caught up in a scandal, man. It can happen to anyone, but you just got to have some serious discipline out here, man, because temptation can take over you, and then you think about it after. That's what I be saying. A lot of guys don't be thinking before they do stuff. They just be in the moment, and then boom, everybody know about it on national TV.
Yeah. Yeah. And like I said, an additional aspect of it is the women that he was being nice to, you know, uh it's like to a man, it's like a form of betrayal because um those are the women that they use to bring him down. But then again, you can't flirt on the job, man. It's just those are the rules. And you got to get out there, man. Like I said, they got strip clubs. They got all types of things for people like that. You don't have to take a chance on losing your job. If you say, well, I don't want to do none of that, when you get your ass back into the dating market like everybody else. Do you see them saying that they don't want to be there? They have 90% of them don't want to be there, but they got to do what they got to do. But they can't turn around and say, I'm going to take my job and use that as a dating app. And you're going to lose your job. And that's what's going to happen. That's what I'm saying. You have to look at it like that, man. So I don't care what I don't care what do business do. Do business slamming all the women at the job. Okay. What you finna do, bro? Man, I'm probably going to pull up to that strip club, man. Yeah, I'm at the house by myself. I'm going to pull up to the strip club. Well, how come you don't do business? I'm not do business. Do business is do business. I'm me. And I need my job. Maybe he don't care. But talking about the shit I would never do the shit he doing. But this guy got comfortable.
Yeah, I'm still here, Platt. I got to put my headset in. Yeah.
I got you. This guy got comfortable. He got comfortable. And that's what it does to you, man. That you get comfortable and you don't think. And we're in a social media age now, man. Like I said, these women, their freedom, who they want to be with, that shit's very important to them. They're not as sacrificial with that. When you say the 1940s and 50s, they were sacrificial because they needed the man. They needed the man for a lot of reasons. They needed him to take care of them. They were limited in what they can do, their job. I mean, no bank account, all of that stuff. So they need him. But now they don't really need a man traditionally like that. So they're not as sacrificial as saying, if this guy doesn't have what I want, all of it, I don't want him. Now, but when you're 65, though, I mean, like, how much time? What are you really going to do with a 19-year-old woman? And you 65. So that's what I'm saying. That's when you start getting into it. Just you become unreasonable. And we don't know who's up on that Capitol Hill getting away with it. So that's another thing. Isn't that how it goes? Somebody always get caught. There be 3 people doing the same thing you doing. I know a bunch of married women, man. Fine as hell too, bro. They was taking care of motherfuckers. But they still wanted to be married. They didn't want to get no divorce. And they weren't looking for no boyfriend, but they were looking for a good time. Beautiful women too, well taken care of, smart. We sleep on that a lot, bro. We drop the ball on that a lot.
Yeah. Yeah,
We
man.
drop, yeah, do business. We drop the ball on that way too much, brother. Yeah. But you got to take care of yourself. So, like I said, if you 60, either get you a woman or forget about them. But don't try to flirt with them. Don't try to do when you was 20 and 21. Don't try to do women like that. You ain't 21 no more. Don't try to flirt with women and go back and forth and you know. Oh man.
Yeah. I mean, I'm listening, man. Yeah. It's unfortunate. I told you, man. It's always something. It's always something, man. With these political people, so they're no different than
They're human beings.
whoever. You know.
No, they're human beings. They're subject to the same flaws all of us. None of us are perfect, man. It's a crazy world though. This situation is crazy when you think about it though, because I don't know. You said that was taxpayer money. I didn't know that, but he bought all of that stuff for these women. Look, and I'm gonna say this again. He bought all of this stuff for these women, but the women took it. Now, I didn't say that gives him the right to make unwanted advances at them. I didn't say that. I just said, damn, you took it though. Why would you take this stuff? That's all I'm saying. Ain't nobody. I'm looking now, right? Ain't nobody gonna put no brand new iPhone on this fucking desk. There ain't no laptop over here. Somebody just gave me a laptop.
Right.
Yeah. And there ain't no $2,000 boots up here. Somebody just gave me. And then when you say, well, damn, why did you take it? Don't nobody want to hear that part. He's a creep. He's 30. He's 65. He's a creep. Okay. Who disagreeing with you? But what about the women, though? They taking this shit. They okay. It's okay for them to do that. And I'm done. That's when I say I quit. It's not even worth. I can't take this shit, bro. The ignorance is profound. Are you serious, man?
A lot of guys are doing that.
Let me say something. As a man who has tried to, in my life, when women don't want you, they won't take your gifts, man. It's a few who do. Most of them won't, because you know what they know what you want.
Yeah.
They know what you want. They know what you want. When you say, "Hey, what? So and so, you stay about 2 blocks over from my cousin." Yeah, they walking. There's 2 of them, 3 of them. They walking home, and you say, "Come on, hey, I got you." She said, "Huh? Yeah, I'm going out there with it." I go. They're gonna say, "No, we all right." So y'all want to walk? They're gonna laugh. Yeah, we'd rather walk. Why? I don't want your ass. They
Yeah,
don't
let them
get
walk.
in the goddamn car with you and you take them home, get out and tell their mama that you took them home. And what's wrong with you taking my daughter home? Huh? What the hell you doing? Taking that's what I'm saying. What do you mean? I said, would you like to ride in the car? She got in the car. You a creep. Okay, what is she a creep? She got in the car with me. No, she ain't no creep. This is a weird, weird world we live in, brother. And as a man, odds are stacked against you, brother. You better take care. You better take care of your business, brother. On some real shit. You better
That's
do
it.
what you got to do so that when you go to that job, you go to that job. All that thirsty shit, that ain't for
Not
you. That ain't you.
not gonna work well for you. Yeah, it never works well for anyone. Cause somebody
Yeah,
go
you can't.
find out eventually.
Well, no, you can't be running around being thirsty.
Yeah. And I just wanted to respond right quick to this dude. He said, "Don't." Red Joko. He said, "Don't believe that married couples don't have sex nonsense." Dude, that is not nonsense. It's a lot of dudes that have been married 5, 10 years, 12 years, and I've seen it. You know, confessions of people saying that a lot of the guys do not get sex from their wives. That's a true statement.
But
So
when you start talking about 60-year-old people,
yeah.
you're assuming they want to sleep with each other.
Mm.
He's
Got a point.
65.
Man,
I'm saying no, I'm just saying it's a certain age where you can have kids with someone, love that person, but that person is in a situation where that part of them, they're not able to deliver. And you might be a man who's still has a strong drive.
Mhm.
So that's what I'm saying. So his mistake, this guy right here should have went to a sugar site. He should have went to a strip club. He
Nah,
should have
man. I
kept his
mean,
business private. He didn't. By doing it publicly like that, it's not private.
yeah, I absolutely, I definitely agree with you on that. But nah, I mean, even the sugar sites, man, that stuff is no good, man, because it's still requiring you to give women money for no reason. That's a lot of game that a lot of women run on dudes. Like they just want you to get them some money for what? For what? But
Yeah, but
that's
okay, if
you
you
know what I'm
but
saying?
if you if that's what he was doing.
You don't have to live like that, man.
No, but do business. You just said they require you to give them money for nothing. That's what he was doing. He didn't get nothing from them women.
Exactly.
So he should
He
have went
just
to a
thought he was
sugar
getting.
site.
What is the
And
sugar site gonna do?
had he went to a sugar site, he still would have his position, do business.
That's a
depends though,
possibility. Yeah.
because
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
be doing the most. Man, I gotta say, Pat, like I've been listening. What's up with you, do, Billy?
What's
I
good
gotta
with you,
say,
big boy?
man, nothing, man. Listen to y'all boys convo. Heard you yesterday too in the show. That shit was funny. Hey,
Yeah.
but I say, yesterday, bro. I mean, not yesterday, but bro, when it comes to a lot of things, and females, money is what most dudes spend on them, and that's why, like, when you meet the chick, she always be a certain way. So either, oh, I believe, like, right, he either had some money and didn't do, or he didn't have no money and couldn't do. You know what I'm saying? Then she meet a dude that's gonna overdo. You know, every time he pull up, he overdoing it. You know what I'm saying? Since they met, you know, and that's some dudes steal, bro. Cause this tricking thing ain't nothing new, bro. It's just something we call it. Cause every dude that end up with a chick, like let's say you start dating a chick, you gonna end up spending some money on them, bro. No matter how you see it, you know what I'm saying. You can call it whatever you want. It's just unfortunately for us as black men, they call it tricking. No matter what you do, you didn't get none that night. You was tricking last night, big dog. You know that's how your boys go clown you
Well,
anyway.
your boy, the way it is though, I mean, you could do what you want to do, just like him. Is you don't have to
Mhm.
you just don't have to give women money, but you have to tighten yourself up where they want to fuck with you. Simple as that. I mean, it's not simple, but that's something you got to do. All men got to do that.
well, see, with the thing, I understand what the boy's saying, platinum. But see, it's like when you go through a situation like I went through, when you get actually manipulated, right? So I'm not saying that it never happened to me. I would never say that. It's like the woman leads you on. So so you think that y'all got something good going on, but you really don't. But you got to deal with her to find out, if she really good for you or not. But and
But
you
do
can.
business. That's the whole point of the women accepting the gifts.
Well,
What
what
you
I'm
just
saying is,
said is my whole point is how, okay, this dude got to step down, but those women accepted all those gifts. There's
that's
no
the
criticism
manipulation
for it.
part.
But you know what? And there is no criticism for that. So you're right. I'm wasting my time even talking about that.
Nah, no, no. These, like I said, these conversations are important. It's just like I said, a lot of men fall victim. That's what I'm saying. That's where my compassion comes in from. Like, I get it, man, but women are very slick at getting what they want from a dude. You see what I'm saying? Whatever that is.
I, I don't think they being manipulative, bro, and I think the dudes allow it to happen because every dude have a chick in their phone that can play in their face, bro. They may
Well,
not
I
be
mean,
majorly, but we talk about on some level, shorty can come through and play in your face, and you
hmm
let it fly. You
Not
feel what I
really.
said?
No, no, no. I follow you to boy up to a point. What I mean, like,
Yeah, up to a point.
how much are you talking about?
I- I'm just really talking about like the slight things. I'm not talking about what she's
Huh.
blatantly disrespecting you with the homegirls and the family. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the you and her alone. She do little subtle things that let you know she trying to do something or trying to go somewhere, but she don't just say it to you. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. The how would I look at this tonight? How these heels. She just go try something on because she ain't got nothing better to do. So she playing in your face low key, but it ain't nothing you just look at and be like, nah, like you ain't gonna blow it out of proportion, bro. If that makes sense as far as playing in your face.
they
I
just know
got
how to
you,
get
man.
you, man. I'm telling you, it can happen. But like I said, what Platinum is saying, you got to be stronger than it. You know what I'm saying? We have to be stronger and just be like, nah, I'm good. You're no good for me. Now you may not want to tell that, directly to the woman, but sometimes you just have to do that. Like, I don't need you. So we have nothing in common. Go talk to somebody else or go holler at someone else. It don't
And
normally happen like that, but it's
yeah,
good.
it don't happen like that for me. I tell you at the beginning, go ahead, go do what you go do. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? If I let you come back, I let you come back. But depending on how you play the game, you know what I'm saying, that's gonna dictate if you can come back. And even then, it's never gonna be the same. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
Like if you rocking with me and we going out, we doing this, that, and the third, then you stop rocking with me, then it's just like you could have told me, like say you told me, or she told me that she ain't gonna rock with me no more. Cool. You know what I'm saying? She doing her own thing. I didn't have a situation like that happen. You feel what I'm saying? And come back around and we still kicking it because she was honest with me opposed to her just going, do whatever she going to do. We rocking, and it's just like, yeah, you can't come back through. I mean, that's where my baby mama's at now. You can't come back through based on how you move. You
Oh
know what I'm saying?
man,
You could you could have came back through if you would just because you're an adult. Like you just be honest, bro. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not saying I'm always honest, but certain things like we talking about somebody that lay next to you. You mean you can lie every now and then, but it depends on what you're lying for. But just be honest, bro. Most chicks ain't gonna be honest like that.
nah, dog. They be having all type of stuff going on in their head, man. It's very hard, man. Cause I was like, Platinum spoke about the passport thing. I saw this dude. He said he was from Dallas, Texas, living in Thailand, and got him a nice fly crib over there in Bangkok or whatever. But he said he got tired of the U.S. and the people treat him better over there. But the only thing with that is that he got this real small condo, and I just can't rock with that kind of lifestyle. But shout out to him though, because he got him some peace, and he had to go over there to get that. But
but even on that, from someone who lived overseas, life is more than box.
yeah,
And I agree. You can go over there and find you somebody that's more attuned to what you're looking for. When you say the U.S., it's harder in the U.S. to do it. But you go to Thailand, and I'm not saying you're gonna find exactly, but you come pretty close. But you then you turn around and you in Thailand.
Yeah,
Do
shout
you
out to
want to
him,
live
man.
in Thailand? I'm just saying, do you want to live there? People
Nah,
play with that. That shit ain't no man. I don't want to live in no motherfucking Thailand.
nah, bro. I need a house. I can't be
I
living in
like no.
no.
I need America. That's what I need. I like America. I'm used to America. I like the way we are. I don't
Yeah,
want to live in a foreign country. I've done that. It was not what people say it was. Nobody said it was that big a deal in there. But no, I don't want to do it again. I don't want to do it. I don't want to walk down the street and I'm the foreigner and go to the movies. I'm the foreigner and then get on the train or get on a plane and touch down and then I'm the foreigner and then go over here and I'm fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that. I don't want to do that. I can go to Chicago O'Hara Airport and be Gucci, just being in the airport, just looking around, seeing other fellow Americans. I don't know me. Now I don't know them. Toting their luggage, going to their gates. And that's like home. That feels good to me, man. That feels like that's like a hug. Walk out and see regular people and drivers and food trucks and restaurants. Man, that shit feel. I like that. I've been overseas. I'm telling you, I've been there. That's why all of this shit when I got here, Dallas Airport, all of them, St. Louis, all of them. But what I'm saying is, I got here and I heard all this stuff about overseas, and I get that part. I mean,
I
it's
can
all right. It's okay. It's it's just a place to go. But it's limited, and things gonna change. It changes. Your life has to change to live over there.
I can
hmm
feel what you saying about that plaque because when I be in them small towns, or at least when I was driving, I was in them small towns and it'd be like 2, 3 days. You don't see no black people, bro. And you just no matter where you go, you went to the Taco Bell, the McDonald's, you don't see no black people, bro, for a couple days. And then you get back to society, at least for me, and see some black folks, bro. It'd be like, I'm still in America. I'm still in
Yeah, no,
America.
you're
For
comfortable.
real.
You're comfortable in your environment, America. Just like a
Yeah.
lot of times, if you marry your wife is from a foreign country, when she goes home, she's comfortable. It's where she grew up.
Yeah, around her folk.
yeah, yeah.
But anyhow, we got. She says, "How about ages 28 to 41?"
Oh, that's a female job.
Yeah. Would you say that? I would say that. I would tell you this: in Black America, that's a big deal. When you start
What?
talking about 10 when you start talking about 10-year age difference, because right here, this is a what? A 13-year age difference. When you start saying 10-year age difference in the black community is weird. They real messed up about that. They
Nah.
don't okay, well, my experiences with them, they have issues with when you say maybe 3 years, but not 10 years. They're gonna look at you and they're gonna start acting funny.
That's ridiculous, man.
Also trying to date. If you 41 trying to date a 28-year-old black woman, you got to know. I mean, you got to go through a lot. You got to deal with her family. You got to deal with her. You got to deal with haters, her girlfriends.
Now yeah, now that's true.
Yeah,
Dealing with them family members, man. Yo, man, that's true.
yeah. Mother gonna
But
be like,
that's
what are
not
your
bad though. That's not that big of a
now? What
age
are your
gap.
intentions with my daughter? You like, huh? I want to get to know her. Yeah, but you 41. I am 41. The hell you want with her? She ain't between. That's what I'm. That shit. Like what?
Yeah,
What's
man.
wrong with you? What do you mean?
Yeah, I got to elope or something. Get away from people. Keep your relationship a little private.
Yeah, we ate up. We ate to the bone. Especially the dumber black people are, the more they believe in shit like that. When they just stupid. She 28, he 41, two grown ass people, and you up here talking about something, what the hell you want with her? She 28. That comes from the ignorant, and that shit is there. Believe me, I know it's there.
Oh, the same thing you want, old school. The same thing you would want out of 'em. Yeah, man. Most men go destroy it. You know, if it wasn't the females that told on him from being jealous, it was some dudes that probably told on him from his power, and they think they can do his job better because nobody come for nobody wants to be king until the king shows up.
Mm-hmm. Well, this dude, that's why you got, like I said, you got to take care of your needs as a man. If you need a woman or you feel like you need women, you need to go and solve your problems. You can't go to your job, man. You can't do it. And also, like I said, 60 and 70 years old, man, some dudes can pull it. You know what? I think men need to learn what they can and can't do. I think that's a big problem with men. A lot of them don't realize that there are certain things they can do and certain things they can no longer do. When you 60 and the women you flirting with are like under 25, you need to understand, those women need to know, and you need to understand, how are they receiving you? Because they might not like a man of your age flirting with them. They might not like it. And if you in your ego, you don't realize that. And now you got to go down there and talk to HR and try to tell HR you didn't mean nothing by it. That's what I mean. You have to be careful with some of that shit, man.
Yeah, yeah. The boy still on platinum.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay.
Yeah, boys don't really be knowing the rules. I guess the social cues, right? Oh, my sister told me one day I was out with her, and I forgot what we was doing, but she had noticed a chick was looking at me, and she was like, "That's how you." This was when I was younger. She was like, "That's how you treat chicks that stare at you like that." I was like, "Yeah, I treat them all the same way." She's like, "Well, all of them ain't the same." She was like, "She probably would have let you hit on her if you would have went. Well, not hit on her. You know, that
Mm,
she would let you run some game. You know, if you would have walked over there, because I seen the way she was looking at you, and I was just like, I hear you, but I don't rock with everything." You
mm-hmm,
know, she put me on some game about that. But yeah, man, most dudes don't really want to deal with the consequence of, I guess, the embarrassment. You know what I'm saying, of a chick just turning them down in public because I can see it hurting. You know, like they don't know where they at. Doing it at your workplace though. I learned that a long time ago. I was in my early 20s, and I know I can go to work and I can talk to one of the chicks that's there, but it's just like I didn't watch my homeboy mess up some jobs because he wanted to talk to everything that walked past it. Like, nah, I'm
Man,
good.
you can't do that, man.
I'm good, bro. You know
But
what?
then, the crazy thing is that I see so many women complaining on social media about dudes not approaching them or talking to them, and they be going ballistic, berserk, all in their cars and making videos, just be going crazy, man. And then, you got situations like this that happen. So, I mean, like I said, dude really should have got with someone that was just a little bit older. I think 19 was a little bit too young in his environment.
I disagree, do business.
It would have played the same way. The older
No, no,
woman
no,
could
no,
would have happened too.
no, 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 no,
Yeah,
no. He could
yeah.
have went on that sugar site. He could have got, if he would have. There are women on there from all those ages. If he wanted someone 18, he could have get on that site. He could have got that over there. You got to also, you're ignoring he's a congressman. You're just ignoring that. Believe me, brother, he could have got it. He could have got that. That's what he was looking for. He could have got there. If
Well, okay, okay.
if he goes to Korea, right? He's a congressman. I'm not. Who you think gonna get treated better, me or him?
Of course, him, yeah, because of
Okay, so
popularity.
whatever he's looking for, you see what I'm saying? Whatever he is looking for will be granted to him way easier than whatever I'm looking for. So if he wants the comfort of women, believe me, he will, because they do that over there. He can get that over there. He wants wine, liquor. He can get that over there. He can get anything he wants over. That's what I'm saying. His problem was where and who. Where? Fucking Capitol Hill. That's stupid. Who? women working for him. You can't do that. That's what I'm saying. Nah, you can't do that one, bro. That's what I'm saying. Most men know that up front. You can work with the most freakiest out there. The woman you work with can have flicks. She can have a bunch of flicks. Say 5 years ago, she used to be in the industry. She ain't in it no more. That don't mean you can harass her.
Yeah.
That don't mean, yeah, you could try to say, hey, we own for the night, and she looking at you saying, what are you talking about? You can't do that. That's what I'm saying. That's common sense, man.
Yeah, man. I just don't get it, man. I mean, like I said, I ain't disagreeing with you. 65 to 19 or 18 or whatever. I mean, I get it, man, because some of those women they look really good. You know, 18, 19, 20, 21, whatever. So they be looking good. And I seen a chick in Chicago one time, and I was at this hotel downtown. I went up there for an event. I was just chopping it up with her. She was working at the little restaurant because the hotel had a little diner connected to it. I just asked her how old she was. She said 18. I just shook my head like this shit don't make no sense. Spanish looking chick too, fine as hell. But I ain't try to holler at her though. I was just being cool with her. But I get it, man. The attraction is there. I get it.
I mean, on that, a lot of people say you going for women that young, you got to break bread. Well, like I said, it's where. He did it on Capitol Hill. Brother, listen, it's just like this is the world we live in, man. He don't have to go to the sites, but he basically what he was doing to them, I don't know if he realizes he was being a sugar daddy.
And didn't want to accept it.
Yeah,
he didn't want to accept it.
Let's have a real conversation. As a man, you gotta let the world know what you about. I'm saying when I say the world, yeah, you do have to as a man, gotta let the world know what you about, man. When you deal with women, you gotta let them know what you about. All of this, I'm gonna be a sugar daddy, but I'm not a sugar daddy. That ain't gonna work. Look at how that works out. You gotta be what you are, man. If you're trying to give women money because you want to sleep with them, you gotta make sure that they'll accept even a conversation like that. That's A. And B, be upfront. Be upfront. Be like, hey, okay, so when we go to Miami for 3 days, we're gonna be together, right? Oh, okay, we could do something in Miami. But right now, I'm just, I ain't ready right now. Okay, so when we go to Miami in June, you're gonna be ready. I'm saying it because I already getting the tickets. Yeah, you already know. That's what you gotta be upfront. You got to be. Men don't do that, and that's why you keep playing these games, bro. When guys do that, that's some make you fall in love with me shit, and that's gonna get your ass. At 65, that ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
If he was 25, maybe it would happen. But if she's 19 and you in your 60s, you got to let that. What I wanna do, all the things you wanna do.
She got you feeling how Platt.
You. Wait a second. All the wanna do. All you can't do that. It ain't gonna work at 65, man.
But I got a question for both of y'all. Like, is monogamy natural or unnatural?
Monogamy is natural for America and for you ain't gonna like. Well, let's just tell the truth. Monogamy is natural for European Americans. It's unnatural for African or Black Americans. It's unnatural for us. It's always been unnatural to us.
I mean, this guy's a white guy though, Platinum.
I know, but monogamy is natural for them.
Well, how come he wasn't practicing it then?
Well, he was. He didn't get nothing from him. He was practicing monogamy. He
Well, I
just
mean,
lost
pretty.
Yeah,
some bread.
I'm with
He
Pratt.
lost some bread. He lost some bread. He ain't get no action from the women, man.
Well, yeah, they did say there's no proof of him having sexual relations with those women, but I mean, is it still considered cheating? You know, even though he was doing a little tricking thing.
Uh,
Yeah.
uh, okay, yeah.
When you give away your money, I mean that was a chick online, and I believe it too. She was like, you know what? She famous too. I think it's Michelle something. So the girl with the bad BBL, and she was talking about you. I don't care if you give out the deed, when you start giving away money, start paying bills, then it's a problem. I was like, oh shit, it makes sense though, bro.
Yeah, but a woman got to be in your business like that. And let me tell you something: the danger of a woman who says that she don't give a fuck about you. And you can be with women like that, but I be careful of a woman who don't give a fuck about me. When a woman tell me I don't care who you fuck, she don't give. I know women. I know women, and women care about the men they care about the men they care about who they sleep. They do care.
Facts.
When they say that they don't care about who, Platinum, I don't give a damn who you have sex with. She just told me she don't give a fuck about me. And that in
Yeah,
itself is dangerous.
yeah,
You
she
want to talk
probably
about
just.
sleeping with the enemy? You sleeping with the enemy, bro.
Yeah, she just let you do what you want to do, as long as you know taking care of her. That's all that matters. That's what I'm saying. It's just, this stuff is getting. It's always been this way, but it just gets worse by the day, man. I just that's why it's hard for me to trust women, what I'm saying, on that level, man. Because like I said, when you try to really do the what I'm saying, the real thing with them, they got different agendas, man. They got different agendas, and it always backfires on you. Then you got to cut her off. You didn't wasted,
Man.
6 months with this chick or a year or whatever. It's like,
I
man,
think that's everybody, bro. I think everybody has a they just most I think everybody will have a reason to play you, just the opportunity having it presented itself. You know what I'm saying? And for most women they gotta get it out you slow. You know, and they would go on a 20-year ride with you just to take what you got and
Mm.
called you the biggest dummy the whole time they was with you. And I'm only saying that because I see it on the internet. You know, the women that come up here, they be married. You know, they get a divorce. They say how dumb their husband was, but somehow he was able to make the money he made. And then they arguing about certain things in court. They don't think should be argued about. Well, I've been there for 20 years. I didn't work, but I deserve the house. And it's like,
Yeah,
let me say
a
something right there.
relationship, though, but relationship is just that. If and that's the thing that see, that's what I mean. Like he's 65. Bro, you can like whatever you want to like. If I'm not. Hold up, let me just for clarity. I'm not 65. Okay, but if I was 65 years old and I was pursuing a 19-year-old, I would have to deal with the fact that she's 19 and I'm 65. How long will she be interested in me? Because I am 65. So she's going to be more into as she grows and becomes like 25. Okay, so now I got a 25-year-old wife and I'm 70. I'm 72. What can I do with that? That's what I mean. That's why you got to sometimes just simply, it's not for you. If it don't happen within like 4 months, it ain't for you, man. It ain't for
yeah,
you. Because then that mean they gotta die down. You 72, you're gonna be sitting around watching Jeopardy of shitting on yourself. You think that's what she wants to see
Damn.
at
don't say
25?
that, man. Yeah, come
Damn.
on, man, don't say that.
No, I'm just saying, you
That's a
really think
hard pill to swallow, man.
Yeah.
that's she ain't gonna want to do that, man.
I see what you're talking about too, to boy, in platinum. I see what he said. He talking about K Michelle.
Yeah.
She
There you
said
go.
explaining that she said physical infidelity from her husband is not a deal breaker. So yeah, man. And she stated that she does not mind him sleeping with other women as long as no household or personal money goes towards them.
See, man.
Eh, I mean,
And that's really the game right there, bro. It be just like that, bro. I ain't gonna say.
And that,
Go ahead, my
yeah, to
bad.
boy, and that's why she's single.
Lord have mercy.
There it is.
Man, no real nigga gonna take no shit. Like, man, you know this. But like I said, that's dangerous, man. You want a woman you can depend on. You don't want no woman don't give a damn about you in your house. Even though hold up. I know most of them don't give a damn about the men. I know that.
Most of them don't.
They don't.
Most of them don't. We gotta keep
They
it a
don't.
buck.
Yeah.
She, she gonna get what she can get out you, man. If she can, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And you just, as a man, bro, you just gotta be cool with it, bro. You played the game properly, but she played it the way she played it. You know what I'm saying? Just move on, bro. When it's time, you see the funny stuff. Just move on, bro. Don't even spaz out because you'll find your new one. And if you go to jail, she gonna be out here roaming free anyway. So don't be stupid. It ain't never worth it like that, man.
Yeah, she sound like a real fool too, man. Okay,
Who K
Michelle.
Michelle?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you just man, some people are just finished, man. It's sad, bro. I'm serious, man. America is like a melancholy type place, Platinum into boy.
Man, K Michelle is a hood, like a hood chick,
Do
Oh
some money.
and
God,
she's a lot to deal with. Most men, most black men, really would be smart not even to deal with someone like that.
You
serious,
Um,
cool?
no, on some real shit. Just like nah, man. Uh, uh, um, she a real. Let me tell you something, bro. I would date two white chicks before I would date a K Michelle.
man.
You don't gain nothing about dating K Michelle. Bro. I go get me a white woman and a Asian one. No, I'm just being for real. Just because I'm still dealing with feminine women. I like feminine women. I don't like all that loud ghetto stuff. I don't like that shit.
Just
I like it.
ignorant, man.
It just gotta be. It gotta be his right place. And there's a couple chicks that you go come across in your lifetime that's gonna keep it classy, but they gonna be ratchet when it's time to be ratchet. But I ain't gonna hold you. I fucks with that play. I don't know.
Well, you just like
It
the
just
body, you like the body they be having. The looks go with it.
the body. I mean, some of them can wear their attitude or their personality nice. I ain't talking about overdoing it. I ain't talking about the overdoing with the nails, the hair, the makeup. I'm talking about just she ain't too far off when she take off her makeup, bro. And if there's be a couple of them you'll come across in your life, they gonna be goofy, but
Hmm.
there was some dudes that allowed her to be goofy like that, like all the way goofy. That no, I ain't paying no bills here, and every nigga I deal with, he pays the bills, and it's like partner, you go end up running out of money before she run out of dudes that's go pay her bills.
Yeah,
So
yeah. She
just
got to.
be smart, bro.
Yeah, she got to have something going on. Yeah, that's the thing.
Be
See,
smart, bro.
I fell for that too one time before, based on looks and all that. Nah, man, I'll never do that shit
Well,
again.
no, you can have it all now. Come on, let's be for real. You can have it all. It takes time.
Well, I'm
You
talking
can
about
have it
those
all.
type of
You can
chicks.
have all of everything you looking for. It just takes time.
It
See,
ain't gonna come how you want.
most people are lazy and they don't want to take the time. But if you take the time, you can have whatever you're looking for. You're looking for beauty, you can find that. You're looking for
Hmm.
whatever age range, you can find that. You want no kids, you can find that. You want intelligence, you can find that. You want loyalty, you can find that. You want her to be feminine, you can find that. It just takes time. It might
And
take
that's
you a year, but
Wait a
guess
minute.
what? After, well, that's what I mean. That's why you ain't gonna be able to find it. That shit take time, bro.
No, no, no. You straight platinum. I'm looking at this. I that's a female. She's talking about some in the chat room talking about straight men allow you to be goofy and silly. Then she said black men who go to white and Asian women hate their black moms.
Cause she ain't
Oh
got no
God.
man. She
she
ain't-
ain't got
now,
no
now,
man. Let's
now
talk about it.
Tashia, whatever her name, Tanisha, you
Oh
ain't got no
God.
man. You ain't got no man, and that's your problem. And you know why you ain't got no man? You got the wrong attitude.
Oh, yeah.
And see,
Can't deal with
toward
that.
hold on, we got a guy up here who likes women like he likes to go back and forth and argue and ratchet, and he likes shit like that. Me and I think do business. We don't like
Mm-mm.
that. We don't like ratchet women.
Yeah, give me a boring chick, man. I like boring,
Yeah.
nice,
Yeah,
quiet women.
even a boring chick don't like being a boring chick, bro. I'm telling you. I mean, nah, because what the girl said, there's some truth to it. I mean, I ain't gonna say the straight man. I don't try to do that, right? But like, when I'm around a chick, I just let her be goofy, bro. They want to do that anyway. Just go be goofy. You having a good time. I'm having a good time. You ain't embarrassing me. I'm cool. And I say embarrass me. Now, what y'all may think is embarrassing, it ain't gonna be embarrassing to me most likely. You feel what I'm saying? Cause I'm with it.
Well,
You feel what I'm saying?
let me ask you something real quick. Have you ever took a woman out on a date and she tried to eat off your plate?
I don't date, and yes, they do, and I let it
That's
go.
embarrassing, man.
That
I'm not
how,
dealing with that.
bro? This that
I
listen, do
cannot
business.
deal with that, man.
We went through this before with you, fam. Look, all I've been telling you, fam, is just to enjoy the night and let the night just really
I
rock.
can't enjoy the night, man. What
Man,
you doing
shorty
all
picking
that?
off my plate. That's listen. I'm feed. I can't say that. Fat. I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say what I was about
Thank,
to say.
thank you.
But her picking off your plate, that's just some goofy shit females do.
Yeah,
You just
yeah,
I
yeah.
gotta
can't deal with that, man.
No,
You got
you're
to
right.
be an
No, no,
adult, man.
no, Tabor, you're right. And that no, that's the even when they could be 45. The behavior, the manner is feminine, and it's just women being women. So
yeah,
ain't
that's
nothing
it.
wrong with that, you know. I mean, like if they eat the whole side, like you got corn and she let me tell you something. She take a spoonful, then she come back, then she clean out the whole little plate. You're right, that's too much. But um that ain't nothing wrong with that. But then once you learn what her tendencies are, you don't let her do it. You tell her, hey, so no, this all me today. I'm hungry. No, get your own.
Yeah,
See, I
I
ain't
have
never dealt
never
with that
been.
with. Well, I'm gonna just say this real quick. I ain't trying to cut you off,
Go
but I
ahead.
never dealt with that when you date non-black women. They always be on their best behavior. I've had those problems with black women. I promise you, man. Anytime I ever date, it's like they just be on some cool stuff, man. But you got to do. You go ahead.
Yeah, I'm about to let her rock out, bro, because I already know, like I know that I can ruin the whole night real quick, and it's only gonna take a couple of sentences to ruin the whole night. So if I'm out to have a good time, I'm gonna kind of not overly do, but like overly compensate, if that makes sense. Like, cause this ain't me. Like, I know how I would act, but clearly either she's excited, hopefully not frustrated or stressed out, right? But if she's excited based on what's going on, especially got a daiquiri in her system, man, just make sure you bring her some tennis shoes, bro. So when her feet start hurt, you can take off her heels. Like,
Me too.
just ain't nothing to argue
You,
about.
you walk around with a pair of female sneakers in your bags.
Nah, not. I'm just saying. I would have one in the car, but nah, I ain't got no bag with it. Pat, what we doing right now? I'm just
I
saying,
don't
just
know.
bringing up some
No,
shoes.
I mean,
you take
I,
female. I would take her. So I'm gonna take us some. I'm gonna take her sneakers in case her feet hurt.
that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying before y'all go out, tell her make sure she brings some shoes with her. That way she got some
yeah,
shoes in the
he
car.
just staying well prepared. That's all that is.
Okay, I got you. Just
Cause
lay them in the car. Get a little
if
bag. I got.
if she gonna be goofy, let her run around and be goofy and tire herself out. The dude that said it earlier,
How?
why
Hold
dude?
on,
Go ahead.
Tabor, how old is she?
For me, 24.
Yeah, that's goofy though. Those are goofy ages between 18 and like 20, almost damn near 30. They're gonna be
And we
doing
can
wild. They're gonna be doing crazy shit
off
that
the
you not
wall
gonna want.
shit.
That you're not interested in.
And I'm
She could be
cool with it.
40 platinum. She could be in her 40s doing that.
No, they
And
ain't gonna
be
be
the
doing that
same
at
way.
40. Nah, they ain't gonna be
Nah,
doing that
I
shit at 40.
experienced it
Shit,
though.
Nah, bro. I don't know who
bro.
y'all.
I
Nah, I don't
experienced
know
it
who
though.
y'all. I don't know who y'all dating now, bro.
Man, dog, the age thing don't mean nothing.
They
You know
be
what I'm saying?
outside goofy at that age too, bro.
Man, when
That's
I
why
was
I can. Yeah,
yeah, when
my
I
bad.
was 20, I think 2021, I was in California. I met this chick. She was like 18, and we dated. And one day we went by the mall. I remember that. and she said, we got by Toys R Us, and we was walking. She said, I want to go in there. And I looked at her and I said, for what? You trying to buy something for a nephew? She said, I just want to go in there. I want to look at the dolls. And I looked at her, I said, okay. So she started to walk in there and she got right in front of the door. She turned around, I was standing at the little balcony. And she said, what you doing? I said, I'm going to wait on you. I'm going to be out here when you come back. Come on with me. I said, I looked around. I said, Toys R Us. I said, nah, I'm all right. I don't want to go in there. Right? I was a kid once, man. Yeah, you damn right. I like playing with toys. I was a kid. I'm not a kid anymore. So I told her, no, I don't want to go. I want to see that shit. So she ran in there and stuff and did what she did. And then she came out and we walked around and life went on. But what I'm saying is, while they're young, like between 18 and 30, they're gonna do young shit. But you might be older where you just don't have no interest in the shit they do.
No,
It's not
man.
saying they can't do it. You're just saying you don't have no interest in it. So when she would go in there, and we did that a couple of times, and then eventually she stopped. But I fucked with her for about a year, and she stopped because I wouldn't go in there. But I'm just saying, whenever we would go through that mall, we'd be walking around looking at stuff. And then I noticed I just didn't want to go in there. And I thought to myself, why don't you go in there? I said, man, I'm done with that, man. I'm a grown man now. I don't play with toys. I don't want to look. I don't want to know the next Xbox game. I don't want to know. I don't want to know and be tempted and teased back into that shit. I said, I'm done with that shit. I'm focused on me. And then again, like you said, I extended her that she's a girl. She's a woman in the sense that she was young and she's still caught up in that. But I didn't say nothing. I
Ain't
never
nothing to
made
say.
I never criticized. I just waited. And when she came out, okay, I come out. And we'll keep going on, living our life. I had no problem with that. But that did teach me that there's a big difference between women and men. If the man becomes a man. But you're right, the man's immature and stupid, there ain't gonna be much of a difference. If he's doing shit like, fucked up shit.
Yeah, I'm all the way game for letting her be how she gonna be, bro. Cause it really gonna show me who she is. Really, all you gotta do is pick them. At least for me, I pick them up, bro. It's the same stilo every time. Let's pick her up. I'm gonna get her a daiquiri that'll be goofy. Tell her how the day go be playing, or what we got going on. And if some things change based on some conversations that we had, then it's just gonna change. I mean, it ain't like I'm going to a movie or something like that where I gotta be there on time, cause I know it could flip flop, but I let them do what they
Eh,
do.
eh,
And
No, as a man, Tabor, Dubin, as a man, you are supposed to be in a position where you're a teacher to the women, not woman, all the women in your life, including, especially as they age, your mother, your grandmother, because they're getting older now. You are the new leader, teacher in their lives. You're the one that's going through those nursing homes saying, no, we going to this one. We taking you to this. We doing this. You're the new leader. That's because you're a man, which means you don't have time for BS like video games. You don't have no time for them. Don't mean you don't like them. You just don't have no time for them. Your
I
woman, your woman being a woman, she's a woman. Guess what? You got to go get the car fixed. Guess what? When she wakes up in the morning, you did everything that needed to be done. Why? You was up all night and you finna go to work. And she said, damn, my husband cleaned the gutters and he cut the yard last night and he fixed everything up and he just did 8 hours at the job and here he come back home. That's what a woman supposed to see in a man. And she knows she got her a man. She's married to a man. And that's what men need to focus on, becoming men and let this little boy shit go. This dude right here, man, a 19-year-old girl, 19-year-old, a 19-year-old person in America, whatever you want to call a woman, girl, what? Why? Why would you shower her with gifts? Why? And clearly they weren't acceptive. So look, they weren't receptive. So look at what happened. See, as a man, you gotta know better. You more valuable than this type of nonsense. You have to know. Say, man, I'm not. You won't get nothing from me unless you earn it. Simple as that. I'm not buying you no damn laptop. What am I? Why you want me to buy you one? Go ask your nigga. Fuck you mean? You want me to buy you a laptop? I ain't got no man. Well, then you ain't got no laptop.
That's what I'm saying, man. It's sad, bro. I'm serious, man. Like, yeah, you got to put up with all of that, or you choosing to put up with all of that. Like, nah, man. You 65, man. You supposed to be, on your boat or something, fishing or something, anything,
I, I mean, it
playing with your
sound
dog or
good.
something. I don't
It
know,
sound
man.
good, but he doing what he want to do, bro. And despite the fact that he lost his job, I hate that for him. But it's just like it's just another person just hating on him, bro. They just hating on him. Anybody that couldn't do what he was doing didn't do nothing but hate on him, bro. And he probably was trying to get at one of the chicks that another dude wanted, and he couldn't get her in no way. And now he was the person that told on him because
You
niggas
think it
do
was
stuff like that.
Wait, I mean,
it's
you
an
don't
ex?
make those mistakes at 65, though,
No,
Tabor.
no,
Like, I
no,
mean,
no, no,
Yes, you
no, no,
do.
no, 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 no. Do business. He's right, and I think you're 100% right, Tabor. There's an X in the picture.
mm,
There's a guy who really liked that 19-year-old and thought, he ain't have much. I'm saying he's starting his life. He probably was 19. He didn't have much. All he had was his love. And here you have this 65-year-old congressman with his gifts and his concerts and vacations
Coming
and
through.
iPhones.
You
Yeah,
can't
and
compete.
laptop.
You can't
Yeah.
compete.
He
You can't
dropped a
compete,
dime on
G.
him. He dimed him out. He
Come on,
dimed him out.
G.
He dimed him out.
That's the game, bro. That's the game.
so
You know what I'm
now, so
saying?
now we're competing for 19 and 20-year-olds,
We
man.
always have
Just
been, bro.
stop it, man. I'm not doing that, man. You
And
you don't
you
have
know
to
what?
do it.
Go ahead. I'm
Go ahead.
listening, big dog.
No, you go ahead.
You may not like it, bro, but a young nigga competition is an old nigga, bro. Because I could be outside. Hear me out, do business. I could be outside, bro. I can holler at a 40-year-old woman. You think her go be together, credit right. She talking about the house. She talking about trying to get a car. Come to find out she ain't got no good credit. You feel what I'm saying? Man, you can't do nothing with that. She got student loans. Bro, y'all go die with that debt, bro. And she just as goofy as a 23-year-old.
Mm,
Now I can go get me a 23-year-old with no kids. She's just as goofy. Credit ain't good. She got some aspirations. And now, like Platt said, I can teach her some things. I
Mm,
ain't about to be outside with no hard-headed 40-year-old woman trying to get her to understand logic when you been around 40 years. I had to get it
yeah.
together. Why you ain't got to? Yeah, bro. I'm
you
going
can
younger,
you
bro.
can teach.
I
I
mean,
don't know this
I get
dude.
that.
Hold on. Yeah, I don't know this dude. I don't understand doing it while you at the job. Actually, I don't. I would never do it. I do understand it. I just wouldn't do the job. But um, as a man, you know, a young woman, if you dating a 23-year-old woman, and she wants you, I'm not saying she just using you for money. You have to teach her the right behaviors and show her the error in the
All right.
decision she's making. You
That's
have to do that. You don't have a choice because she's with you.
Yeah. I mean,
So you
I
have to
understand that,
push. You
man.
got to push her. You got to push her.
I'm not doing that. Like I said, if you just trying to hit it, then I get it, man. Like, what's up with the attachment,
Well, you
man?
hitting it, you hitting and trying to hit. But I'm saying in the process, you letting her know, say, hey, all that twerking and shit, that shit cool, but it's time. How old are you? You 23, right? Yeah, let that shit go.
Oh, I'm all for
You
it.
That's what he need to do. Let that go
I
because
get
you got
that.
a wife.
No, you say you let it go. You're 23 now. Let that shit go. You fucking with me. So listen, hey there. You don't know me like that. I don't know you like that, but come on. I deal with women.
You ain't gonna be
I
able to
don't
do
deal
nothing with
with the
that
women I
plat.
deal with. They don't twerk.
You say
Yeah,
Do
you
you
I'm
dealing
want
I'm
with
to
her?
I'm
twerk?
going for the twerker plat. I ain't gonna hold you,
Oh, okay.
cause I've listened, bro. I've the 40-year-old chicks when they had the restaurant debacle, right? But maybe like a year or two ago, and it was them black women in the restaurant dancing around. Man, them women was in their 40s, bro. Every
Uh,
time you see a woman cutting up, you'll see a 23-year-old. You'll expect that. But what you really see when, especially when the internet was on fire a few years ago or whatever, it was older women, bro, like grandma ages that was outside cutting up. Like, I don't want to deal with that, bro. I don't want to deal with that. It's only so much that I want to tell you in a night out. If there's gonna be times you can twerk. You feel what I'm saying? I don't mind getting on the top of a 23-year-old. Pause. You feel what I'm saying? And we just the night be good. But a 40-year-old acting like nah, bro. Nah, bro. It took me too long to get where I'm at. And I ain't never had a younger chick like try to play me out or something like an older chick would. Like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe that would have worked if you was 10 years younger, baby girl, but you in your 40s. Ain't nothing cute about what you doing, fam.
Oh, okay. So what you're saying is you're saying this so you'll put up with it from a younger woman, but not an older woman.
Exactly, bro.
But why?
Because a older woman, we should only have to say so much too. You as an older man, there's certain conversations we can have where out the gate you go get it because you a man. So you go kind of get my logic. Now we may not agree at the end, but for the most part, we started at a place. Most women ain't starting at a place, bro. They starting where they want to start at, not overall logic, like collectively of a human. They're starting where they want to start, right? And when I say that, let's take the situation with young boys and older women as far as what happens to a woman's son later on in life when he hit the
Hmm.
30s. That's the child support, that's the alimony, and that's anything that has to do with the law, right? At least the law. Women ain't out here trying to change that for for their sons, or their nephews, or their husbands, or their brothers, or their daddy. They're not changing laws like that, bro. That law benefits them. So logic, they're not gonna start where you start from. So you might as well get you somebody that just go be goofy and until she stop listening. Really ain't even about tell she stop listening because she gonna listen to what she want to listen to. But when she start putting you in a bad predicament, bro, like niggas calling your phone or you seeing niggas randomly,
Nah,
like
man.
then it's the issue, bro. Other than
Not
that, you
dealing with
don't
that.
know.
I
You
can't
don't
deal
know,
with
fam.
that, man. I mean I
It probably
respect what you're saying, though. I understand why a guy that's 40 plus or even 30 plus, want to deal with younger women. I mean, I get it. I really do. It's just, like I said, I just can't do the attachment thing. Like it was a brother up here the other day. Dude said he was out of Dallas, went through a little situation or whatever, and said he got him a couple of young chicks, but you know, he sound like he cool with it, but then he really don't. So sometimes you just gotta just say no, man, and live your life, man. You can't allow people to complicate, what I'm saying, your life, man. They come into your life and now, it's not the same anymore. It was cool.
everybody go complicate your life.
So you
Anybody outside your person, your body, they go complicate your life, bro.
explain that more.
Whoever you allow to come into your life and be in it, they're gonna do things other than the way you do it. Even if it's a slight situation of where the spices go. You're not worried about it, but she's worried about it. It was your place, but she came into it and started moving stuff around. And you ain't gotta let her do it. But for the most part, I mean, as far as a female goes, they ain't got too much but the household. Cause outside of the real world, when they step outside that house, bro, they ain't running nothing like that. They can get away with some things, but they ain't running nothing like that, bro.
Damn.
That makes sense to you?
I mean, I understand what you're saying. I mean, it kind of makes sense a little bit. Yeah, you let someone into your life, yeah, things are gonna change or be different. I'm picky, man. I'm just telling you straight up. It's gonna be really hard for me to get into another relationship for real, bro. Cause I'm sorry. I don't. I ain't trying to tell no one what to do, but it's just I just expect things to be a certain way, and if she can't do that, then I gotta block you. You know, you can't call me no more.
Yeah, but let me ask you, do business are you actually teaching her though? And do she have enough time to learn it? Because if it's your way, you can't expect somebody to read your mind and do it your way.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, communication is important. But then either she got it or she don't got it. But if I gotta constantly, guide someone, it's like, damn, man, like
You
you
got
don't know
kids?
nothing. Well, I mean, that's different, with your kid.
No,
But yeah,
you got
yeah,
kids?
yeah, just one. Yeah,
It's the same thing, bro. They in your household. Your kid ain't you, but your kid is in your household. So if you telling your kids something, you feel what I'm saying, and a woman ain't too far off from it. That's why certain things fall where they fall. If you telling your kids something, you gotta tell your kids something 4, 5 times. Especially if you got a little girl, bro, they gonna do what they
nah,
want, bro.
nah, we she ain't no little girl no more. Nah, I mean that's different though because that's coming from a position of unconditional love, with your kid or whatever. But like the relationship thing, I'm telling you, man, I get irritated very quickly when women do certain things, and it's like, my God, that's just the way I am. I just get really irritated, and my brain just freezes. And it's like, please get away from me. I can't deal with you no more. And maybe I should, give certain women a chance or whatever. I just have no patience, man. I'm 42, so it's like my patience is like this low, man, like really low. I just
Yeah, you
can't
gonna have to
deal with
work
it,
on
man.
that, G. You gonna have to work
Damn.
on that because in reality you deal with a lot of things that take your patience. You just been dealing with it so long, like at least the workplace, that you already know what to do. So certain things are common sense to you. But what's common sense to you and how you move ain't gonna be with the person that you brought into your energy though, bro. They gonna move different. They ain't got no choice. They not you, bro. So
Yeah,
you
yeah,
compliant.
yeah,
So your chick the same way. She's compliant at work. She just ain't compliant with you. You know what I'm saying? Then of course that ain't your chick, cause the chick ain't gonna make it too hard on you, bro. Not if she rock with you, bro. It's gonna
yeah.
be
Like I
everything
said, it
gonna be
just depends
simple.
on the person. That's what I'm saying. This fool in the chat talking about something. I might as well buy me a robot. It when you
Nigga
find the
say
one
anything in the
that's
chat.
for you, then it's for you. That people are so stupid, man. I'm not talking about controlling people like robots. Nah, man. Some women they just have it, and some don't. So I understand exactly what you're saying, to boy. That's why I wanted you to explain that more. So yeah,
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 bro, you might as well get you some patience, especially if you talking about female. Because now I see why what they had the shows back in the day, or at least my grandpa, right? When you go on the high, grandpa just quiet. He ain't really saying too much. It ain't. Grandma and the aunties, they hooping and hollering. Grandpa, when he talk, he saying something stern, like, "But close my front door, man, get out of my house with all that noise." That's what he telling the kids. He ain't telling the adults. You feel what I'm saying? So the TV on the stories all day. You feel what I'm saying? And he ain't really doing nothing because it's gonna be a whole lot of goofy shit going on. The conversations that your grandpa having with your grandma ain't conversations about the kids most likely. It's about what other grown adults are doing. And you gotta listen to that all day. So just be quiet. Just fall back. She was cute. I was with her when she was in her prime. So I look at it different. That's just me though.
yeah, yeah. You
Get
and
you some
Platinum, y'all a little bit more patient than I am. I get
yeah,
it though. I
you
respect it. I respect
you got it too. You just one of them chicks did what she did, and you feel a way about it. And it's gonna be a chick that's gonna tell you everything gonna be all right. That's how they come in. Don't worry about her. Everything gonna be fine today. Hey, bro, those are the days men live for. Let's be honest, bro. We can go get us some money. We can go run around with our kids, but every dude want that one chick that they can slide with, and there ain't gonna really be no problem. She already know what time it is, bro. That's what you need to do business, bro. You gotta be outside, bro. You gotta be patient with these chicks that's younger that want to listen to you, bro. Cause you probably got some game, but you ain't got nobody to give it to.
mm, yeah, yeah. That's true. That's true. Yeah, I
She
mean,
in your
I got you.
She in your phone right now. Baby girl, your phone. Whatever girl we talking about, like you could probably pick up the phone and pop something off today. And she just waiting for you to tell her instructions, bro. Most of them do. You know, you tell them, shit, they at least move how they need to move the first few times, you know, until they start going completely against them in their head.
Shit, my day is pretty much booked though, for real. It's good to chop it up with with Platt and and yourself. Shit, I got to go to work in the morning, so I always make sure I'm prepared before I do that. Shit, I ain't doing nothing today for real, man. I'm just gonna chill out.
Man, I'm trying to get me some money, man. Where the
Yeah.
money at? Hey, you know what? Let me ask you, do business, real talk, right? Let's say let's say we fast forward about 5 years and ain't nothing changed, right? Because it's like a fast forward of 5 years now. Ain't nothing changed. What's the conversation after we stop worried about women? If you can answer that.
What's the conversation for us not worried about women? I mean, 5 years from now, shit. I hope I done became a millionaire by then. I would hope. I definitely got some sources. I got to put some work in because I'm definitely not gonna get it from truck driving. But that's the source though. So I use some of my truck driving money to make certain investments. They can get me paid, so more than what I'm making now. So yeah, I mean that's all my mind is on for real is like really seeing $1 million in my bank account, and and having a Roth IRAs and all that kind of stuff, man. That's the only thing I can think about. But I mean, I don't know. I may be in a relationship 5 years from now. You never know. I may just meet
Well,
someone.
I mean, you answered the question, bro. Really, you talking about money, nigga? What the money? Because at
Yeah.
some point, these conversations about women, excuse me, we see more boys will see they ain't going nowhere. Ain't nobody saying nothing new online. They saying something slick. You know, some be like, that nigga said that. I gotta use that, like something like that. But other than that, man, ain't shit changing, man. Where the money at, bro?
Mhm.
Especially as black men, bro. Ain't nobody need to be worried about these females because those go be that situation is gonna have a whole lot of variables and factors that you can't control. But when it comes to getting to some money, it got a whole lot of variables and factors you can control, bro.
Oh yeah.
And when you got you some money, you can do some things. Hopefully, not being 65, getting a 19. Because I can see him being 65, and that's the only place he really got access to a 19-year-old. He probably don't do strip clubs like that. He probably feel uncomfortable. But when he at work, he the man. Everybody know he the man. So he go walk around with his chest poked out and buying shit. It makes sense to me, bro, the way the dude move. He just got caught, bro. He been doing it for a minute, bro. I know he have been. Nobody can tell me different.
Yeah, they had to
Nobody
stop
can
him.
tell me different.
Yeah, 'cause he probably wasn't gonna stop doing it. Yeah, they had to put a stop to it 'cause I'm looking at
I'm
the
telling you.
thumbnail. This nigga was doing vacations, concert tickets. Damn, expensive
He was
purses.
spoiling them. He was spoiling them, bro. He got what taxpayer dollars, and he probably can get away with some things. And I'm telling you, it was another dude that hated, bro. That or another female. I mean, I think more of the dude part though, because a 19-year-old, yeah, she had a couple other suitors. Old man was just breaking bread. That's why you can't. A young nigga can't compete with the old nigga. A old nigga can give you some money and put you on the job. A young nigga can give you some money, but he ain't gonna help you get a job like Kamala Harris. They was talking about how she got that was getting paid 100 and something thousand a year, like when she was young, and it's just like she got the connection. I ain't even mad at chicks the way they move, bro. I appreciate it. I appreciate the spin that songs. I appreciate the shorts, mini skirts, and high heels. I appreciate it all. I'm just living, bro.
Mm. Yeah, I hear you. He said, "Play, you ain't fell asleep on it, did you, play?"
Hmm. I'm listening.
Yeah, 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 man.
Gotta get you some
Yeah, yeah,
patience though. Do business. I heard you say in the comments yesterday. You was telling, he's like, I don't understand you dudes. You just kept telling dudes like that's stupid. They weren't trying to hear you, and they was going too. They was whatever they was doing before you came on the line. Like I mean, they gung ho about life. So you was just like, man, I understand that. I was just like, yeah, bro. It's just you just gotta let them be, bro.
yeah,
Ain't
yeah. I
nothing even
like to
no
answer the
argue with
chat,
them.
man, especially when they start. Yeah, it's all good. It's all love, man. I mean, yeah, that's why I said these conversations are important, man. When we have these convos, I try not to get too turned up, because shit, the boy, if you would have caught me a couple of years ago, shit, man, man, we used to go in on this channel. I'm talking about when I first got started, man. I'm talking about we used to go crazy, with some of the topics, man. But you got to mature past that, man. It ain't no need to be turned up all the time. It just,
Yeah.
just be the conversation, so that's all it is. I respect what you're saying though, man. It's some truth to that. It really is. I do need to have a little bit more patience with people, because I can't expect everyone to be like me. Because I mean, I'm not perfect or nothing like that, and I don't expect anyone else. I just, I don't know. Maybe I'm too controlling. I guess that's what I don't know, man.
It sound like it.
I guess but I don't be trying to control no one. I just, some stuff I just don't agree with. I don't
Yeah,
know,
and
man.
you said not too long ago. You said I want to answer somebody in the chat. You was like, uh, you being patient with somebody else. Nah, nigga, don't be patient with other people. Uh, you be patient with yourself, bro, because you dealing with somebody new. You dealing with something new. You feel what I'm saying? Your last chick ain't gonna be like this chick. You know what I'm saying? That you dealing with. She like to be more fun and spontaneous, and you should know that. You should see that based on her
Yeah,
conversation, based on the BS she watch. It's like she want to partake in the ratchetness, but she don't want to be outside in the ratchetness. So she'll watch baddies, but she ain't trying to go to no hood club. There's somebody in the comment said, what that is, fashionista for life. Younger women will use you point blank if you let them. Any woman will use you point blank. Anybody will use you if you let them. A woman coming through, bro, she coming to siphon resources, bro. Every time. I don't care what no dude say. You ain't spending up front, I guess, but throughout the relationship you overdid for, and you will never tell certain dudes what you did for her during that relationship. And we don't know. Well, to you, you wasn't a trick, but if we ask her, nigga, you was just a trick the whole time. That'll make you feel a certain way. So women go use you regardless. That's why they want the money to
man.
be there. Tell you if you probably got some money. It's like a dude ain't all got all three. He ain't got status, D, and money. If he falling off on any one of those, and she can go pick it up from somewhere else, she gonna get it from somewhere else. You can be broke, she'll come back home to you. You can have no status, she gonna rock with the rapper like Chris Brown or something like that, Usher, right? And then you got what status, money. I just said it the other thing too. That well, whatever. But when you have stuff like that going on, chicks ain't gonna appreciate that. Like talking about, bro. That's why you'll see the chick with the millionaire dude. She'll still cheat on him too with a dude that ain't got nothing, cause he got some better D. Like,
Crazy, bro.
oh, oh yeah, there you go. Better. He got better D. He ain't got no status, no money. He just got better D. And she in the hood somewhere, and she lost for the day or two. Just gotta
Damn.
accept it, bro. Accept it. Move on. Know what it is, appreciate the experience, right? Because she probably go get away. She probably got away with something that you didn't realize she was getting away with, but you didn't realize until after you left the situationship. And the next chick, she ain't gonna get to do it, or she gonna get to do some of it, but you ain't gonna let her take it that far. As far as the first person you seen doing it, and you just gotta watch for all that, bro. You just gotta watch for all that,
Yeah, man. Well, you got a lot of patience, man. God
bro.
damn.
Bro, to be honest with you, it came over time. I had a mom. I told y'all the story up here before, how my mom used to do me. So you know what I'm saying? Looking at that as far as a woman goes, and then I got sisters that had the I got one sister, I got four sisters. One out of the four is married. So that's the statistics in my household, right? She got married, she didn't have kids till after she got married. I got three other sisters. I got two that's fairly smart. You know what I'm saying? One of them accountant. The numbers, unless the numbers are given to her, she can't move through life without those numbers. That's how she get paid, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? That's most people. Without the information given to them, they can't move, bro. And they'll mess it up if they choose to do it on their own. And that's women, bro.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. It
Yeah.
just
I hear
came.
you.
It came from time, bro. It came from time. The cases put on me, the lies, right? The jobs, the things I had to quit and lose money. Like I'm in trucking too, so um, every company before, bro, I probably didn't quit 8 companies in 7 years or whatever, and I have walked away from my escrow every time. You know what escrow is, right?
Yeah. Yeah, man.
2,500 every time, at least, bro. I done
They
walked
supposed to
away,
get
and
that to you though.
yeah, if you put in your 2 weeks and do your 2 weeks. It's in your contract when you sign. You probably ain't
Hmm.
never read it, but I read it. So my last company, I just quit. I got home. I got back to Houston Sunday. So I've been in Houston. Nobody know I'm in Houston. Um,
Hmm.
I just quit and I did my 2 weeks. No matter what, I just did the 2 weeks. Now I just gotta wait on the money, and hopefully they give me my money. If they don't, ain't nothing I can do about it. Because if a person want to be like that, they gonna be like that. I can go call FCMA or whatever, but man,
Was it a foreign company? What dealing with
yeah, it was
foreigners?
fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
out
can't.
of Chicago.
Boy. Yeah, I mean that's a good market. Yeah, I already know, man. I can't stand some of them people, man. Very slick, bro. They'll keep you
And
rolling though.
they keep you rolling and be slick with it. But I learned from a dude, bro. He out here in Houston. He owns a venue. He got an M at least, right? Based on the
Mm.
conversation we done had. So when I go and see him, one of the last conversations I had when I first started trucking, bro, I'm talking about like in 8 months, and I stacked up about 15 bands, bro, real quick. I just
Yeah.
hit the road because my boss explained to me about a job. I filled out the application in March, and he didn't hire me till July because I had to go get some paperwork together, right? I didn't get in the truck till July. This is 2018, but um, bro, I stacked up 15 racks with the company, and I was in my truck. I was aggravated. I quit the job. The dude ended up keeping my money, bro, every dollar. And the dude that I'm telling you about, who owns the venue out here in Houston, when I went and told him what happened, I told him I hired a lawyer. You know, I paid her 2,500. The dude was just like, let it go. He's like, it's not worth it. And he when he sat down do business, bro, he sat down from a place of confidence, like, oh yeah, I didn't see this before. Don't worry about it. And I'm just like, you talking to a poor person, like you feel me? You talking about don't worry about 15 bands. He's like, you'll make it back. He's like,
Yeah.
it's not gonna be worth the frustration. He's like, it's gonna beat you down, it's gonna drain you. And he Persian, bro. So he don't look like me. He don't talk like me. We ain't the same religion, none of that. You feel what I'm saying? When he explained it to me, I walked out the office mad, bro, because I really wanted him to give me a lawyer, but I walked out enlightened at the same time.
Yeah.
And just like,
Yeah. That's right. He told you the right thing because in our line of work, man, you have another job whenever, whenever you feel like it. All you gotta do is
yeah.
fill out the application.
He say,
Yeah,
and
you
you
straight, man.
always
Yeah.
have a job. Yeah, that's what he was telling me. He's like, I watch you come up because I worked for him for a year for free, bro. Like I went in his venue, took photos, videos for free, bro, just so I can get my skills set up, just so I can, move amongst somebody that got some more going on in me, and I seen the interest, and I took it as a black man. Niggas didn't like me up there, but they had to be patient with me, bro. He made
Mhm.
them be patient with me. This is my guy. You need video, you need photos. He's gonna be it. Anybody else, they're gonna tax you. And most people didn't find out until after the fact that you about to get taxed. We charging you 2,500. David would have charged you 1,000, but they're charging you 2,500. We'll pay the 2,500. He got a nicer shirt on. If that's what you want to pay for, he gonna give you the same photos David gonna give you. And
Yeah.
then he gonna give you less because David gonna give you the raw footage. It's certain people, bro, that you'll come across, and as you being patient, like they'll give you information that you need. You know that conversation about the um when the student is ready, the teacher show up or some shit like that.
Mhm.
That's the way my life been, bro. So it's just be cool, bro. You know, he don't know what he doing. She don't know what she doing.
Yeah. 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 I mean, that's facts, man. No disagreements over here. That's facts, man. Yeah. Yeah, you going in?
Yeah, bro. That's the way. A lot of cats like ain't no need to be frustrated. I ain't gonna say about your mom or nothing like that or nothing back then, but like what you had to deal with in life as a 40-year-old man. Man, y'all boys better let some things go. But don't get it twisted. Hold the people accountable though. Like if somebody did something and it was your childhood, like bro, hold them accountable, bro. Don't play yourself thinking somebody's supposed to understand how you feel about a situation and you've never said anything about the situation to them.
I totally agree with that. Yeah, you gotta let certain things go. Depending on, especially, depending on what it is. I understand some people may not be able to do that, but nah, I'm not like that. Especially if it happened 10, 20 years ago. Nah, man, let that go. You don't even think about that stuff.
Yeah,
Whatever
you
you're
got to
doing.
move on. You got to
Yeah,
move on. Life is about your future. It's not about your past, man. And
absolutely.
yeah, you focus on your future. You know,
And
the
your
past is
money.
over with.
Your
Well, there you go.
money.
That's part of your future. It's part of your future,
Your
getting your
money,
money right.
bro.
Yeah, and dating, you don't even want to deal with people like I said, young, immature. Yeah, that's just the way it is. But you don't want to deal with someone who is 40 and immature. It's too much. It's just too much pressure. You don't have the time. You got to maintain your sanity. You don't have no time for that.
That's right.
Facts though.
That's right.
I know
You
I ain't
got it.
going for it.
You don't have the time. Nobody. Most men, especially productive men, they don't have no time for that. I know this one woman though. I'll never forget it. She was like 28, and her the guy. I knew the guy. He was like 22. Now she was like 30 something. Anyhow, he was 22, and he started dating her. She had 2 kids. We would all, we would just ask about it, and he was like, "She cool, man." And so, what you doing on a Saturday? He said, "Well, I be asleep, man." He said, "She get up, she take her kids where they need to go, and then later on that day, she come home and she cook. She cook for us, but she cook for me, but she cook for all the kids." And basically, the whole relationship was the woman was actually going out of her way, taking care of her children. He had little to no act, involvement with her kids, and they were fine. So it just depends on the woman. What does she want from you? How far are
Yeah.
Then
you
they
willing
want
to go?
something. They all
It
want
Yeah,
really,
something
it
out you,
really.
man.
I saw the Cardi B, and she was doing something. I don't know. That's what I mean. Those are children. Like she got a lot of money, but she's a very immature woman. And most men, they wouldn't deal with a woman like Cardi B. She's real ignorant and immature. And she's gonna age out. Now she got one thing she got is the money, but give her another 5 years. She's gonna be too old to be doing that.
I don't think they ever too old to be doing anything, bro. I don't think they ever too old. And that's all I'm gonna just say with the teachers. I'm gonna just leave it at that. They're not too old to do anything. People let them get away. Adults let them get away. Let's be clear. Let's not say people.
Yeah. It's definitely it's interesting out here, man. But yeah, I mean, That's facts. What you said earlier. It's about moving on. I guess. I mean, I have moved on from the last chick that I dealt with. I guess sometimes I'll talk about, the little situation we had, just, because it's based on a conversation. But yeah, I've definitely let her go. But it's kind of messed up how she did me though, because she led me on. I just don't understand that. If you really wasn't looking for nothing real, you should have just told me that in the first place. But it happens.
Yeah, they go. I believe most gonna lead you on, bro. Female wise, they gonna lead you on. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you doing something that they're not used to, and you decided to change your ways, and being that you decided, let's say, just be a little extra nice. You know what I'm saying? Now that you a little bit free, they'll take advantage of that too. They'll take advantage of your last relationship. They'll take advantage of every weakness that you show.
Mm, damn.
And if they don't do it right away, they gonna put it in the chamber or on their utility belt. And whenever it's time to use it, they gonna pull it out and they gonna weigh your ass out with it, bro. It just happens, bro. It just happens, bro. You just gotta accept it, fam. I'm not gonna hold you.
I know, man. That shit is crazy, bro.
Me, I tell you what I do personally, cause I did it to my baby mom, my second one at least. I know my baby mom was moving fraudulent. I know while she was with me do business, she was rocking with a dude. It was just her second baby daddy now. She got 2 kids by that nigga. Can't get nothing out of him. One day she called me, fam. I'm telling you, do business. Like she called me. She needed it's like in a month span or something like that. My daughter broke her cell phone. She needed help with her car. She needed help with on her bills. Now, mind you, she with another dude, right? In my head, I'm trying to play this different from the way I played my first baby mom because I wasn't just tight on the money. I was just a real D. You feel what I'm saying? So I try to play it cool with her. I told her whatever I said it earlier. Whatever you got going on, nigga, just go, go rock with who you rock with. Just let me know what's up. I ain't trying to catch nothing with you. And she ended up putting me out, you know what I'm saying? Because I was staying with her. I was younger, but nonetheless, she put me out. And the dude ended up moving in. And I do business. I still broke bread with this chick. Right. Then one day she get on the phone, she started spazzing out how I ain't doing enough. Mind you, I'm taking care of everything my kid need, with her needs and her wants. Whatever her mama says she need, what her mama thinks she wants, Christmas time, birthdays, school time. I'm doing that for them too. Same thing with her grandma. She ended up messing with another dude, bro. Had a whole kid. And the same dude that told her to put me on child support is the same dude she was rocking with when she needed that money to fix her shit. So one day she called me. She tried to spaz out about me not doing nothing. And I was just like, fam, I've been doing. She's like, nah, that's my mama been doing all that. I was like, nah, call your mama. Anytime you have a situation over there, your mama call me first to get money. And that's how you got the money. You know what I'm saying? So, and I did that for like 2.5 years, bro. She never knew until I opened my mouth. You feel what I'm saying? So she go do goofy shit, and I got a kid with her, and forever. I'm locked in with this woman forever, bro. I got a kid with her. So whatever my kid have some, I guess the moments that parents should be there for. We both go share those moments with this kid. I kept that in mind. She didn't, but that has nothing to do with my kid or my life. If a female want to come in and she want to play games and use a nigga, ain't nothing I can do, bro. Have at it. If you think you finesse me out a couple dollars, G, then you finesse me out a couple dollars. I mean, you got it. That's why I'm
Yeah,
at with it do business, bro.
yeah, yeah,
The rest is it's gonna be aggravating, bro.
yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, man. I don't be tripping, man. I don't be
Ain't no
tripping at
need.
all, dog. Yeah,
Cause you tripping gonna mess up your money eventually, bro. It'll mess up your money. You may go to work, spaz out.
Mhm.
You don't wanna do that. You know, pop off on the wrong person outside. You don't wanna do that.
Really
You
don't want to
know,
do that.
you don't know how people are. You don't know what people going through. Not saying what you going through ain't a issue, ain't a major issue in your life possibly. But like, bro, if you can control the controllables, bro, you gonna be just a better off human being, bro. Just you got it, G. You got it.
Yeah, self control. Yeah, you got to maintain self control. Yeah, yeah, I'm very good at that. Got to keep your guard up, man. This shit is
Now
crazy out here, dude.
don't let the world beat you, G. You got you got to
That's right.
you got to deal with this world, bro. How it comes
Yeah,
every day, goofy shit or not. And
yeah, I
some days
know.
you may not. My bad. Go ahead.
Nah, nah. I was just gonna say. I was telling Platinum earlier when I was driving this dude. I seen the dude too. I don't know. I guess he just wanted to stay in front of me. I don't know. But he just ran the stop sign. He was driving a pickup truck. I'm looking at this like, man, what is wrong with you, man? With a ladder on the back and everything. I seen him
Well,
on
he
the other
flying.
side, man. He was. I'm talking about he was getting it too. But he saw me coming. You know what I'm saying? Because I had to, I had to clear, path or whatever. He was supposed to stop, and he didn't stop. Like this motherfucker going crazy, bro. So I just stayed back. So I gave it that distance and just let him go. Like I'm good, man. You ain't finna tear my car up, dog.
There you got it, big dog. Wherever you gotta go. I hope you make it there, bro. That's the way I be feeling with cats, bro. Keeping my distance, cause I know what I got. I know I can wipe out this whole freeway with the wrong turn. You feel what I'm saying? And I ain't about to let somebody who's in the truck that's ain't carrying no weight. He think he ain't got no worries. Slide by, and that shit is bad in Atlanta. And there's another place Laredo, man, bro. I don't care what time of day you go through Laredo, like them boys ain't got no chill.
Damn,
Let them rock, man.
I never been through Laredo.
Yeah, bro, Laredo bad, bro. Especially like during the middle of the day, like you got rush hour traffic or something. But you got to keep in mind that they coming from Mexico, so them boys coming to get their bread. They like, I'm getting my bread. I'm going back home. Get out of my way. The Mexican niggas don't give a shit about what you talking about. Just move.
Is that by El Paso? Is that over that way?
Nah, El Paso is on the border, but what do you call that? Laredo is at the bottom, Brownsville, at the very bottom of Texas, like that little tip.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so it's a little further down. It's further south.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
at the very bottom. It's probably a cool 4 hours, 5 hours from uh El Paso, but
Oh
they be
yeah, yeah.
heavy
That's
over there,
down
bro.
there. Yeah. Yeah.
They be heavy. I know I don't miss trucking this week.
Yeah, I
I'll
know,
miss it
right?
this week, bro.
Got to
But,
relax your body, man. Yeah, you got to.
hey man, whatever you got going on, you got your credit right for it and all that.
Uh, I mean, my credit is. I ain't in the 700s. I'm like in the 600s. So I gotta fix that. I got a few things I need to fix, but credit is pretty good. It's not all of that. You know, 'Cause
You
I
got
guess
to
you can get an 800 credit score too. So I mean, it ain't up there like that, but I mean, it's I ain't. You know,
you got your you got like you got personal credit cards and all that.
nah, I got prepaid credit cards. I ain't got the real ones. The
You got
prepaid. You just load them up the money on your own.
who you bank with?
I bank with America's First.
That sound like a small bank. You ain't got no
America's what they call it, federal something. Yeah.
not Navy Federal, huh?
Nah, it America's First Federal Credit Union. Yeah, yeah, that's what it's called.
Man, if you been there for a while, bro, you should see if they got a secure credit card, put you some money on it. maybe like 500 if you got it. Keep in mind, once you put the 500 on it, you can always have access to it. So that way it can turn into you need a primary credit card. And I'm giving you this information because you said you was talking about some things you wanted to do. Bro, your credit got to be right. And you probably in your head, you probably trying to spend your own money and save your own money. Don't do that.
Mm.
Take it from somebody that has done it, and it took years to realize that I'm going into the hole, I'm working hard, and this is not a smart move. This is not the way you scale, and the way I move money is not how you're supposed to be moving money. If it's a tool, let it be a tool. But
So are
whatever
you
you
talking
got
about
going,
business credit in a
I'm
sense?
telling you, I'm talking about, I wanted to get the business credit, but you got to start with your personal, because your personal is a
Mm.
comparable. You feel what I'm saying? And the reason why, um, I'm telling you about it again because once you get your personal right and you get you some decent sized credit cards, let's say you got a 20 grand credit card, bro, they can give you two, three times that from on one card just on the business side, and it doesn't report. And 30, 40 grand probably can help you get to where you're going faster and get you out that truck. So that way you won't be wasting your time. And when you get home, you got the money to execute instead of just watching your savings slowly dwindle away. You at least got 12 months to go get this money.
Mm.
And if they give you 40 grand and you can't make 4, 5 grand a month, depending on how you move it, maybe you don't need no money. But whatever you got
Okay.
going on, bro, fix your credit, bro. Build out your profile. Platt don't like when I gave some information up here before, but I won't do it again. I'm on Instagram, bro. Um, there's a group that they clear my credit. The last time I hit with them, I can tell you it took me 18 months because I did it my way, not their way, my way, bro. I was patient for me on what I wanted to see. The last time I hit G, I hit for 5 figures. Nobody knows. You know, but nobody around me knows. Nobody knows my credit. Nobody knows what's in my wallet. I've said it on the internet, but people personally, they don't know I hold a couple $20,000 credit cards and I look like a nigga from the hood.
Yeah. Yeah, you ain't got to prove nothing to no one, man. Yeah.
Nobody.
I ain't never been on that. Yeah. Yeah, man. That flashy shit. Nah, bro. Yeah,
Oh,
keep that on the
I,
low.
I ain't gonna hold you. I'm flashy, but I'm my flashy though. I ain't gotta, what I'm saying. I'm cool in a black t-shirt. I don't need nobody name on it. I can step out like that. I got me some J's on and a fitted hat. Like I'm good with a pocket full of paper. I ain't gotta have no
I
two
know
hundred
that's
dollar
right.
jeans on and trying to flex on a nigga that, that I don't even like niggas like that. You feel what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I know if I'm wearing what I'm wearing well, man, chick ain't gonna care what you got on.
Yeah,
Where the money
I
at?
just bought a couple of pair of J's a couple of weeks ago. I got them low top court connects. Perfect, perfect design, man. I had to give me two pair of them. My niggas, real nice.
Man, they had some faux posits. It's supposed and some more come out this month. Some camo ones supposed to come out, but they had some foam posits. All red came out back in maybe May or June. I ain't even seen them yet. I shipped those to the highs, and I got them Jordan Bloodline 12s or them Jordan
Mm.
12s Bloodline. I got those sitting at my baby mama house. I gotta go pick. I'm about to go pick it up when I get done off here with y'all. Go over there, go see what's going on with the kid, cause school start next week. But man, yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Whatever you got going on, fam, fix your credit because I'm telling you to fix your credit because it's gonna matter, and you never know when you may have that opportunity to be able to pull a trigger, and it could come at 12 o'clock at night, and it's you by yourself, and you see a fire deal, and you can afford it because the money is there, and at least you can flip some shit while you in your truck. Because if somebody would have told me, I would have tried to flip some shit while I was in my truck. But I can't trust people like that. For me, you know what I'm saying. So I don't want to put my money in nobody's hands too. But I would have flipped some shit. I would have flipped
Yeah,
some shit,
they
bro.
did. They do be sending me that stuff too about getting a credit card through the bank. So yeah, what you saying is true. I just don't never
Yeah,
pay it
bro.
no attention. But yeah, you're
And I'm
right.
telling you. I'm telling you, go through the secured way first, so that way you won't have no inquiries. But keep in mind, like at least with the company I work with, if I get an inquiry, I can get it removed the next day, bro. Like I can call them and they go remove the inquiry, bro. So you need that primary because the longer you got that primary, it's gonna add up to your credit history. And then later on, when you're trying to take out loans or something like that, you may want to take a traditional business loan, but they got places like Lightstream and Upgrade, and them always may throw you 30, 40 bands, bro. You feel what I'm saying? And whatever you got going on, you trying to do, take a week or two off. You ain't gotta quit trucking. You may go local. You feel me? But you able to do what you need to do still, while still making some income. Cause you OTR
Uh,
or
regional.
regional.
Yeah, I'm regional. Yeah,
Regional, yeah. I mean, none unless you on the road. So
yeah. I
while
don't be
you on
having to
the
go
road,
too
fix your
far.
credit.
Yeah. I
Get
mean,
you
I'll be
you got an
local next year
LLC?
though.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I got a LLC. I got the
How old is
Freight
it?
Broker Authority though. LLC. That was back in 2023.
What's the name of it, if you don't mind? Or does it have anything to do with a specific industry?
I mean, it's still truck. It's just on the freight broker side. So
It
I mean, I
says
got the
trucking.
nah. It just got LLC at the end of it. And then like I
Okay.
said, I got my MCDOT number. Uh, I just got to pay for that insurance again because
Oh,
I
so
ain't really
what you
been
trying to
messing
get
with it for
into the
real.
trucking?
The freight broker side, I want to learn the freight broker thing. So I still got to take a class for that. So it's just something I want to do on the side. So I mean, so can potentially stop driving. 'Cause I ain't trying to drive for the next, 10 to 20 years, man. You get burnt out on this driving stuff, man.
I already know. Hey, bro, it may sound crazy to you, but if you taking the freight broker side and you can say that, I think you're gonna need a NAC and NAIC number, right? Uh, but they'll probably give you some money, and if you can get you some money, bro, I say hire a freight broker.
Uh huh.
Because if you hire one, they can teach you how to do some things and set up some accounts for you, so that way you can fall into place.
What you
Opposed
said
to
that
you
again? You
coming
said
home,
NAIC. Wait.
yeah, a NACS number, NAICS. It's a code. It
Let me
gives the
put
person
that
what
on.
industry you in. Like my company is process is data processing, right? That's what I'm labeled as. That's my NAICS code.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. Okay. Yeah, I'm glad you gave me that info. Absolutely. Uh
So
huh.
if you can go through somewhere like Navy Federal, if you can get into them, and I'm saying that because that's what I use. That's why I got my credit card limits for. Like they let you do a few things, bro. They let you get a secure credit card that can graduate to unsecured credit card. They let you get a secured loan. So for instance, let's say I got 5,000 bands or 5 bands in the account, right? I can call Navy Fed and tell them that I want to open up a secured loan. They go put a $5,000 secured loan on my credit report. I'm gonna pay it off in 3 days. Well, not pay it off, but pay like 4,500, 4,750 on it, and I owe 250, and I'm gonna let that shit ride out for the next 2 years, and it's gonna help build my credit profile.
Mhm.
And
I'm
then
looking.
you can reach
No, go
out to
ahead.
somebody like myself, like me, right? I got AUs or I got personal credit cards, right? And it's called AUs, authorized users. So all my credit history, if I put your information down on my credit card, you'll get all that back data. So if I got 3 cards, one of them 8 years, two of them 6 years, one of them, two of them 20 bands, and one of them 13 bands, you get all that history, even if I missed a payment. But see, I didn't miss a payment. So you will need somebody like that. It'll up your credit score, bro. So that way, when you start filing for shit, all like you got a built out credit profile, you took your time, you ain't got no inquiries, no negatives, and no derogatory marks on your account. They gonna give you money, bro. You right now you're probably overworking and don't realize you're overworking, and you can't focus on what you really want to focus on because you focusing on the income.
Mhm.
But your income only can only go as far as you can go. So if you can only work 12 hours, you can only get 12 hours. But there's some other things you can pay some people that'll work 12 hours that you can make some money, but you could probably have to hire them to get your shit started, and you need some money.
Uh-huh. Gotta
Yeah.
figure it out, man.
I I
And
I,
when
I ain't never too old to learn from someone. So I got it pulled up right now. So yeah, once I get the information, I'm going in on it. So yeah.
he was too this guy, this congressman, he played with fire and he got burnt, man. Simple as that.
Yeah, I see
Even
that
if you
dude in the chat. Yeah.
now, even if you dating someone and that person is 19 and you 70, right? You still have to watch yourself in the sense that you're a 70-year-old man and that's how you're gonna be perceived. You can't act like you're 20 years old. You're not 20. He was just
That's what I'm
sloppy, man.
saying.
He just a slop. That was sloppy what he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, not at the workplace, bro. Y'all can't do that. Even the little chick that want to get at you at the workplace, cause she can cost you your job. They go believe
Yeah,
whatever story she got going on before they believe you, and you can have witnesses, but it's just gonna be they gonna tell you it's a bad look.
man. What
They
they do
thinking
where
you
where I was working, they walk you on out the door. They
where,
come in and
where you
start
work
talking.
at.
Well, there was a place I worked at, and it was two brothers. They came in talking. They was out there trying to flirt. Next thing you know, they came in. Next thing you know, them niggas were leaving. You know,
Yeah, bro.
cleaning out their
That
bag. Cleaning out their bag. It was over with for them. Dealing with those women, man, shit would go left. Women would go and start complaining. They didn't play it. And they had a
like
lot of
it.
dudes too. Those women had a lot of men. And I wasn't getting none from them. That taught me about life, man. It was like just because they freaky or something, that don't mean they freaky with you. And be careful what you wish for. So I was like, yeah, I don't give a fuck what they do. I didn't care. I see that they had a lot of dudes. I used to see them guys. They were like, damn, that woman got a lot. I was like, wait a minute, damn, she got a lot of motherfuckers trying to talk to her.
Yeah, most of them end up playing their cards right and end up with a dude that they don't want to be with, and we see that on TV and outside. You can
Hmm.
tell she don't want to be with him. She around him though.
Yeah, this congressman, he played himself, man. He played himself. Too many mistakes, especially in this world we live in. You can't make the same types of mistakes. It's unacceptable to um, pursue and you can't put women on such a platform that they affect your whole life. Your whole life starts crumbling. That's overvaluing them, and that means there are two. You can't afford to have that woman. You got to find you somebody else. If it means that she can destroy you, you can't leave her alone, man. Go find you somebody else. Because I don't advocate for strip clubs, but this is a time when the strip club is necessary. And now he got to pay for that, man. Now he's gonna go back home in North Carolina, and the people,
Shame,
ain't gonna.
walk of
Yeah,
shame,
yeah, yeah.
walk of shame, man.
Hold up for me. Yeah,
Well,
keep talking to boy.
I know. Do business. You still there? Yeah, man. If y'all boys outside, man, I mean, they got some cold lessons out here. Most people ain't learning though. Especially when it comes to women. It be the same story, just a new person, an unexpected person. Don't be the unexpected person, bro. I'm telling you. You never know, bro. She play you, just move on. Don't be Shannon Sharp. Pay the bread, I guess. You may have to, bro. Don't let them ruin your life. For an iPhone and some concert tickets? I don't know, fellas. I guess people have lost more with less, or have given less and lost more, but damn, it shouldn't be that type of party for you. The business must have fell off. Let's see what y'all saying. I don't know about that, Gooch Jenkins. I don't know about that, big dog. What's up, American Tradesman? Yeah, man. Like I was telling, do business, bro. If y'all got a business idea or something like that, bro. Be fixing your credit while you trying to figure it out. So that way, when it's time for you to make these moves, man, you ain't gotta beg nobody for no bread. You ain't gotta ask nobody to do anything for you. For the most part, you can just do. And if you need somebody to do something for you, pay them. Get it out the way, man. Because in reality, you go look back and be like, man, I wasted all that time. And all I need to do was know this, that, and the third. Don't be hard headed out here, bro. They got some, as a man, they got too many examples of men of how they ruin their lives. And it always involves somebody else. You could have just been getting it in by yourself. Getting it in by yourself, man. Ain't got to worry about what another person got going on. Because a person will ruin your life, bro. Give them the opportunity, they go ruin your life. And that's just because they see you better than them. And let's be clear, there are some people out here on this world in this world that's better than you, bro. Keep that in mind. Don't be mad about it. Get your skill set up.